This is the What's on Draft podcast.
We're not here,
Right, hello everyone, welcome back to the What's on Draft podcast. This is episode 6, I think. Is it episode 6?
Yeah, it is, yeah, episode 6.
Right, okay. I forgot how many episodes are now already. Episode 6, that's 12 weeks already.
That's crazy, that. Yeah, it started just before, no, just after December, wasn't it? I think. Or just before.
To be honest, I can't remember.
That's crazy.
It would have been longer than that. 12 weeks is longer than just December, right?
I don't know. Yeah, it is, yeah. It's like, December's only, 2 months ago? 2 months ago.
Alright, okay. Well, our first episode went up on the 4th of December.
Oh, yeah, so just before December then.
So, yeah. So, since we do one every 2 weeks, it's a bit. So, yeah.
Okay. What a great intro.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, the point is, we completely lost where we're at. And,
yeah, we're already 6 episodes in. Never mind, we're getting like 10,000. Well, yeah, we want to. This episode's hopefully going to be a bit more of a light-hearted episode than the previous two.
Yeah, I mean, we see how violent it's all got with the topics we were talking about last time.
Well, we say that, but no one knows.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, it'd probably be because we said that last time, I think, and then the part 2 of episode 5, which is kind of part 2 before our recording, we just kind of just went on a mad one and just started. We were drunk as fuck talking about God knows what.
I think it sounded like angry.
Yeah, I didn't listen back. I had to listen to half of it, but I didn't even pay attention. I was like, I didn't even listen. So I probably missed cutting some stuff out because we were that
probably
drunk
offended
out.
Someone, you know what
I
mean?
Oh yeah, 100%. But
well, we like to be transparent. You know what I mean? We like to be see through.
Exactly,
we don't want to hide anything.
Yeah, I just want to give a big shout out to everyone that's been messaging recently as well, like me and Connor individually, saying enjoying and listening to the podcast and all. Big shout out to yous. Really appreciate it.
Oh, I mean, absolutely, it's crazy, really, because I haven't really promoted it. I put it on my Facebook, but even people I don't have on my Facebook have been messaging, or like messaging like my partner and that, and it's just crazy that I think.
Yeah. So yeah, if you do like the podcast, then tell your friends and all that.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Tell your mama. Yeah, because that's the best way to get it out there. Since it's a big oversaturated market and whatnot, but we'd appreciate it.
Don't tell your mama.
Well, it depends.
It's not a podcast that's mama friendly.
We get Crystal's mum on here.
Oh, actually name dropping as well.
Shout out.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'd go down for that one.
It's fine. All the boys are like that one. It's fine.
Yeah.
Not a steady.
Lads.
And Tyler's mum.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine. I'll totally.
You're taking the blame now. You're going too far. You're going too personal.
It's fine. I'll totally blip the names.
Whatever.
Whatever. It's fine.
Just don't put a postcode on and you'll be fine.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've got that. I've got his phone number and all that. Tyler doesn't know it yet. She doesn't know it yet, but.
I mean, Tyler's mum. She's got it going on.
Exactly. Right. Okay, yeah. Also, yeah. Hopefully. This is going to be the last time we talk about Donald Trump. I'd say ever, but it's probably not going to be ever because he'll probably do something bad. But seeing as he's out of office now, happy days, he's in the bin. God save the Queen. God save Joe Biden. Happy days.
So you're going to go straight to praise King George or whatever. America's fuck guy.
God save all the fucking pedos that rule every country in the world.
What? Where did that one come from? I don't know if you got my reference or I don't know. It's fair play.
They're all pedos, aren't they? Fucking.
Yeah. Well, we were saying about lightheartedness, and now we're 6 minutes in, and we're talking about pedophiles.
That is lighthearted for us.
Attacking the government.
Yeah. Cancel us. Try cancel us, fucking Queen Elizabeth.
Oh yeah. I know. Cancel
watch the fucking what they called? The Queen's Guards just come knocking on our door.
Fucking HMR, just knocking on.
You were chatting shit about our Lizzie.
Oh, fucking Lizzie. Oh, I love Lizzie, me. Ever since I watched The Crown, I'm like a die-hard patriot.
Oh, fucking hell.
I know, I never was, but...
Right, okay, so... Well, yeah, what's on your draft then? 6 minutes in and we've just...
Generic question, we finally get there.
Yeah, finally get there.
I'm on the classic Stella Artois.
Oh, he's on the
Torres.
wife beater, boys. He's on the wife beater.
Well, it's called, right, it says La Bref Fan Deluxe, and it's wrapped in paper on the cap. So that's what it is. It's got like a bit of paper wrapper on the cap, so you have to peel the paper off, which I'm just doing now.
Wait, you're drinking Stella bottles?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, whoa, I've never seen a Stella bottle before. Actually, no, I have.
I mean, you would think I was sat here with cans of Stella. How dare you?
Well, yeah. You're drinking fucking Tesco's all like it, weren't you?
Oh, but it was either this or Carlsberg Special Brew, to be honest with you. I was debating it.
No. Well, yeah, I think I've like invented my own cocktail here, right? Well, I'll say that. I'm on the vodka cream soda.
Oh, yes. You know what? I've never had that, but that sounds absolutely amazing.
Because I was at the shop, right? You know, before this, and I was like, I need some mixer. I might spice it up a bit. I've got shitloads of vodka still, as I'm pretty much drinking every episode. And I was like,
still got vodka left.
I was like, I might, instead of lemonade, I'll spice it up a little bit. I got some cream soda. So it's either going to be that cherry aid, bubblegum aid.
Bubblegum aid.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just got to, I don't know. It's called blue aid or whatever it is. I don't know.
Blue aid. From water aid.
Yeah. So
that's actually a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, great. But
no, that sounds unreal. That sounds like something you'd get at uni. That though, that sounds perfect.
But yeah,
sounds like something that give me a headache or rest.
Well, I think because when I got it, I think Empire used to do it sometimes. When they used to have them, they used to give you the cans. But
yeah.
But they used to just pour like shot of vodka at the top of the can, and then the rim of the can it just tastes like fucking straight vodka, like but cheap as fuck like household vodka.
You're not even getting a proper mix because like someone like homeless person out back's drinking half the can so they can fit the vodka in.
Yeah, legit.
And you're walking around with this like heavy can.
So yeah, they used to do that with cream soda, Vimto, and there's something else on there.
Oh, Vimto,
it might have been I don't know, was it Dan Burke or something?
Yeah, it was, yeah. And, but it'll never be AVM with the... you remember the buckets that we used to get?
Oh, fucking hell,
You used to do them special nights where you get a bucket and
yeah,
you
had to pay a deposit to get a fucking drink. That's how bad it was.
It was like £9, £4 deposit for the fucking bucket.
You'd only get that on Teesside, wouldn't you? You have to pay a deposit to get a drink because in case you break the fucking glass or something.
Yeah, that's the thing. How much money they would have made? Because how many people have just kind of like walked out with that in their hands? And they've just paid £9 for a £4 drink.
Wasn't it just a plastic bucket though?
Yeah, it was. No, it was like,
how much? Didn't I pay like a £5 deposit on a plastic fucking bucket, which cost like 10p to make?
Yeah, it was like something you find in B&M in the back aisle. You know,
literally got the B&M just spray painted fucking AVM on it or something.
They must have made a bargain. I think I walked out with one, to be honest. I hadn't even ordered one, so fuck knows what happened.
No, I remember that night. Yeah, I think someone else bought him. He's fucking having loads of them. But that was what was even in that? Just all sorts on it. It was kind of just a big cocktail of like. It's kind of like a head fucker that you get abroad, but it's just like all sorts mixed in one.
It's put it this way, I think you wouldn't be able to get it these days. I think it was definitely
well, yeah, especially since back then with that certain establishment. That was when they had the dodgy vodka as well, wasn't it?
And dodgy vodka, it got shut down for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy. It's a typical nightclub where it's like raving punk music or rock music. And so your head's already blaring, and then you look up and there's just like a chalkboard of random drinks, and you're like, but you have to barge to the front, and by the time you get to the front, you only had 2 seconds to see what you actually want. So you're just kind of just like, oh, I'll have whatever, and you end up with like some dodgy drink. You get roofied or something. It's fucking.
It's making me miss just like being smashed like at a club or bar.
I thought you were going to say it's make me miss getting roofied.
I know that. You know.
Yeah.
So now it's like, it's too long now. It's coming up a year.
Oh yes.
It's rough toast. Anyway, lighthearted episode.
Not gone that way.
So yeah. Right, okay, so we move. Shut up.
Put it on the trending.
Exactly. So yeah, we can talk about. So you finished Cobra Kai season 3 then?
Yes, smashed it in like a day, I think.
Yeah.
So sad.
So well, yeah, because I think did you mention it last podcast episode?
I think we briefly touched on it.
Yeah, I think you briefly touched. I don't know if season 3 was up then or not. I think it might have been.
Yeah, well, I think it came on just before New Year. I think was it.
Yeah,
Or
so
was it just after?
yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, but by the time this comes out, it'll be half through
Oh,
February.
Yeah, true, yeah.
I thought that was a 2 month. Well, yeah, I finished it. What was it? A week or two ago, last week or something. Because yeah, I thought it was I'll say no spoilers. We'll try not to give any spoilers away. Kind of just generic things. But I mean, it's the most predictable like TV show in the world. I guess every American TV show is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really? Really predictable. But like, I thought it was quite good. I think there was maybe a bit less cringe than the second season, which was good.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like when it comes to his daughter, I just think she needs to be killed off.
It was Danny's daughter.
Daniel's son, yeah.
Yeah.
His daughter's just like because, and this isn't well. It probably is spoiling it if you've never seen it, right? But she's a slag, right? Let's put it that way.
Yeah, she's quite fit though.
Whoa, mate, we don't know how old she is, right? We don't want to get clawed by that. Right?
She's like fucking 20, man. It's fine.
Well, if you find me the ID and birth certificate, then we'll talk about that.
Well,
my point's not whether she's fit.
What she's like 10 years old, isn't it?
That full last fight, right? Without spoiling it, which leads to the whole season 3. Because I'm not spoiling it by saying
right, it's fine. Yeah, she's 24. It's fine, guys. She's 24.
Oh, sound. Thanks for the Google.
She's 24. Mary Moose, she's called, I think. Happy days. Information podcast over here.
Yeah, well, we need that. We need that. She's not. I'm not saying like anything on her personally, but like she's a slag, and that whole third season is based on her being a random slag.
Well, yeah, I guess it's kind of the whole Cobra Kai. Well, obviously, apart from Danny and Johnny and that, it's all like pretty much just a love triangle in it between them. So
yeah, it's trying to like because I find it good that Miguel looks a lot like Daniel when he was younger.
Yeah,
do you see that resemblance?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think that's quite good. Yeah.
But obviously they've changed the storyline a bit with him, which is like because he was obviously you thought he's going to be the next Daniel, like exactly the same storyline. He's a poor kid and all that, but then obviously he turns into what you would say is the bad guy for a bit.
Yeah.
But obviously that's just like he's constantly torn with his decisions and that. But yeah, that's my opinion. She's just like
I still think it's mad how like I definitely said this before. How they got like pretty much all the original cast to come back, which I think's mad. Like, but I didn't realise. Obviously the last in the original Karate Kid, the last that they were fighting over, which started this whole thing. What she called again?
Ali.
Yeah, she's the fucking. She's like a big actor. And she's the last in she's in the Boys and all that shit. I didn't even know. Yeah, it's that blonde that's from the Boys.
What? Oh, the one, the main one in the first season.
Yeah, that's her from. She's the.
No.
Did you not recognise her in Cobra Kai?
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's her.
Oh my god! I can sense it now. Yeah, I can sense it now. That's sick, that.
Yeah, so I was like, what the fuck? So obviously, no, I don't think any of like the like Danny and Johnny, what are the real names? Ralph Macchio and William Zabka. I don't think like they literally did anything after Karate Kid. Really, they probably did some stuff here and there. But
they did
not stuff I've seen.
Scene. They did a bit in was it How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah.
Which I love that scene where it's actually about what happens, that Johnny's the good guy and Danny's the bad guy.
Yeah.
They did like a little sketch in that, but I think they must have done bits like to keep active.
I think they did some stuff, but I don't think they did like a big stuff. But obviously, it's involved child actors on it, really. Like they never, kind of.
Am I right saying that Cobra Kai was a YouTube started season or something like that?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, which I think's bad. It seems like the production quality of it.
Yeah.
But I guess YouTube's Googling it, so it's got unlimited money.
Yeah. I think that's probably why they've got it in the end, because they've just chose 2 cheap actors, which happen to be the original actors.
Yeah, but I think it is kind of it's mint how they've like done it all. But honestly, when Ali came back, is it Ali?
Yeah, Ali. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, no way, is that the last? Because she's in like all sorts, and I was like, what the fuck? Like,
that's crazy. That.
I was like, no way, was that her from Karate Kid?
It's proper intense because obviously in the 3 Karate Kids, he has 3 different girlfriends essentially.
Yeah.
But like they've managed to bring back the one from the second one.
Well, yeah, I was thinking, and then is that the one when they go to Japan, the island in Japan?
Yeah, the
Okinawa.
Okinawa, that's all. Yeah.
I only know it because of World War II shit. That's the only reason I don't know that. Yeah, it's got Okinawa, don't they?
And then that guy comes back as well, the main villain.
Yeah, I was just thinking, yes. So I'm not sure if them two are the same actors, but I mean, I presume they are.
I think they are. You know, I think I did look that up when I was watching.
I don't think, because he goes back and then he finds her, and then he has then the other guy trains him. The guy that he fights in the second.
Yeah, because it turns out he's part of the same clan, isn't it? Well, obviously we know that from if you watch Second Karate Kid, then you know that like they're not related, but obviously Mr. Miyagi is related to that kid, who he beats in the second one. Like they're all related, so he teaches him more of the Miyagi-Do stuff, doesn't he? That he didn't know.
Yeah. So he teaches him how to like numb everyone's arm, shit like that, innit?
Yeah, it looks insane. That I mean, as overall, I'd say it's probably the best season out this time, and that's my opinion. But it's so cheesy, but you can't seem to put it down. Is what I
think that's the thing. I think it's weird how, because it's massive, and it is like one of the biggest like Netflix things out at the moment, or when it came out. But it's weird how big it is for how cheesy it is. But I think it's just because of how nostalgic it is. Really, I think that's probably what it is.
I think the guys are loving it because if it wasn't like what it was, and it was because there's loads of Netflix stuff where it's that cheesy. And they get big because women love it, or like
I guess shit like Riverdale and all that.
Yeah, but I think a lot of men are watching this, and again, not like being sexist, generalizing, but on average, like it's because it's bringing back some old memories. Like obviously it was well before I was born, but when I was like a kid, I was watching that on video and like trying to do karate in my garden and stuff. So
I just got karate lessons, mate.
Oh, do you? You long legs? You probably do some roundhouse, do you?
Yeah, I was a fucking like yellow belt orange tip, me lad. Fucking bang.
Bang.
You used to go when I was in like was a primary school or whatever. Yeah, like me, my mum, my sister, my cousins, and my auntie. All of us used to go.
Did you have your own fucking dojo or something? Your own family
dojo?
It
was something like a community thing. So then we all used to go and fucking like fuck everyone up.
How am I still finding all stuff like this about you?
Yeah, I don't know if I could have said that. But no, yeah. So we used to go when I was like a kid, like being like my family and that. But yeah, and then so it was pretty bad because there was some like bad senses there. So like, we were I put like 10-year-olds or something, and like there'd just be these guys like smashing like, obviously like you see in the films, like smashing like blocks of wood and like concrete and shit like that. And I was like shit like that. I was like,
oh, man, you actually smashed some concrete, yo.
Oh no, I was 10-year-old. Fucking head.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to see all like the black belt like people doing it and shit. It was alright from what I remember. I can't remember much about it, but
I've been at one karate lesson like for someone's birthday party when I was in primary school. I don't think I did very well. I remember getting my older cousin's karate gown. Like she's a lass, so I had to put her karate gown on. Like,
yeah, I think I can't remember how long we did it for. It must have been a while because I think my my cousin and my mum and that they got actually quite high up in like the rankings and shit.
Oh really?
But I think it was mainly just like a fitness thing for them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. But yeah, no, it was like what I remember.
Is that how she fends me off?
She's going to put you in the middle.
She only learned that because she knew she'd be introduced to me one day.
Oh, fucking hell.
Rip.
Oh, tunes just came on. Wow.
Yeah, failing it. I'm failing it.
I
hate when you put your playlist on because it's just mixtape, isn't it? It's just
yeah. We put some indie music on in the background tonight for once instead of it. My last podcast it was more like dancey, chill stuff on it, bit of house chill stuff. But I've been in the mood for something. I'm not listening to it in a bit. I've been in I say a bit. It's been like a week, but so yeah, I was in a bit of mood for some indie music today.
Well, you say a bit of indie music. The playlist is, I quote, indie AF.
Yeah, and it's all just music that makes you sort of bounce about, really, which makes me depressed a little bit because you can't do that right now.
Well, just dance in your little room.
Exactly.
Get on the podcast.
Oh, wait, I haven't got me fucking with it. Bang. Got me on air sign on now. Didn't even remember.
Right, well, that made a difference to all the listeners.
Well, you know, if they go on the Facebook and Instagram and Twitter page, they'd see my beautiful setup with the on air sign. Neon.
Alright, just because your girlfriend loves you more than mine loves me, and that's an awesome present.
No, all I'm saying is, I'm not about that. I'm just saying they need to follow our socials.
Alright.
On Draught Pod, you know. Give us a cheeky follow.
Yeah. Look at that. Keep updated with our terrible social life.
Exactly, because we need to do it more. We only do it at the end of the episode when, like, you know what's listening. Apart from Kieran. Shout out Kieran.
Hey,
wait, oh shit! No, I went there's two Kierans that listen to it now. Shout out to both Kierans.
Oh, is it? Is it like thing 1 and thing 2, or was it Kieran? Big Kieran, little Kieran.
Both big Kieran.
Oh, really?
No,
Must be a Kieran thing.
Oh, it is.
We're keeping it light-hearted, and I think we've just waffled.
Well, yeah, this is like.
No, I'm not saying it's not light-hearted. I'm not saying that. But,
well, yeah, I can't remember. Well, this is what we do. Right. We go on massive tangents as always.
I think it's
that's what
the
people love. The people
love.
That's what the people
the
love.
Audience. I'm going to get cancelled because I've called a woman a slag off a movie or TV show, and then
no, she's not. Her actor is. No, the character. No, fuck. Oh no, that's just. That literally came out.
Well, if we're not getting cancelled, we are now.
That literally came out the exact opposite of what I meant it to go out.
We're going to end up in some Twitter beef with this actress. Like,
I literally meant it's a character. It's her character, not the actress.
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
I know. You don't know what to say these days, though. Like, I know I only said that as like a joking term, but there would be someone out there that get offended about it.
No, mate, I didn't write this down topics this way, but I need to say this, right? Oh my god, right? Cancel me if you fucking want, you little snowflakes, right?
Where's this going? We haven't discussed this, by the way.
No. Mate, it's probably pissed me off, right? I saw, was it someone on Twitter, right? About, some, like, he's kind of like a bit of an kind of like an influential, like, he just, like, I don't want to say the company or whatnot, but he does, like, streaming stuff and, like, YouTube videos and whatnot.
Okay.
I don't want to say. Actually, well, I'll bleep it out.
Oh, right.
Right, yeah. So, pretty much what happened, right, is I think he did a stream, this certain person, and then afterwards he put on Twitter, he didn't realise that you can say spirit animal. People were trying to, like, I guess, like, quotation mark, cancel him or kick off at him because he was, like, saying, oh, there's certain things, my spirit animal.
What? Because he said spirit animal?
Yeah.
How is that a cancellation?
Exactly, right? And I was like, oh my god, right? So he posted something saying, oh, I'm sorry about saying spirit animal in my latest stream. I didn't realise that it was so, like, something with the Native Americans or whatnot. Right?
No, that's bullshit, right? Yeah,
right.
It's a trend. It's not a trend, sorry. It's a movement by them.
Right, no, right.
Anyone else can have one.
Right, but exactly, because it's saying, like you say it as a joke, don't you? Like, I don't know, like fucking, you see like a video on Facebook of like an animal, like, oh, that's my spirit. Yeah. That's like you say, oh, that's my spirit animal or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see, it's a joke, right? So I didn't actually watch his stream. I just saw his post on Twitter. So like that's like probably out of context. I'm not sure what context he said it in, but it can't have been nothing bad, right? So then he posted that, and I was just like, what the fuck? Who is getting offended by someone saying that's my spirit animal? Like, and then I was looking through the comments or the mentions, whatever you call it on Twitter, and like loads of like a few Native Americans who comment on it saying, I'm from Native American descent. I don't get offended by this. You say whatever you want. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's just loads of people with fucking anime profile pictures kicking off about it, and it's like, oh my fucking god.
That's what it always is, man.
It's like, oh my god. Like, it's so fucking annoying. But it's the same as anything.
I'm going to say something very controversial, right? And like, say like BLM, right? The people that were not the police and starting like riots tend to be white, and like you know what I mean. The same goes for everything else.
No, it
is
100%. The people that kick off the most, like on Facebook, Twitter, anything, it's just like white Karens. That's what it is.
Yeah, It tends to be people who aren't even in that situation.
That's what I mean. Exactly. It's just like it's people that don't even care about it, which is just like the worst thing about it.
My biggest one is right. My biggest one is right, and this is probably going to get me cancelled, right? Fuck you, right? My biggest one is the feminist movement, right? With women that have been given everything their whole life, and they haven't even experienced toxic masculinity or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's not calling out anything because I've got an opinion, but that's not for now or whenever, whatever. Right, but like, it's the same thing applies. The people that tend to give people chew are people who aren't even going through it, and it's all good sticking up for people.
No, 100%. Like, exactly. Like, obviously, but it's that's the thing. It's just like it's the 1% like vocal minority, isn't it? Like, we've spoken about this all before. It's just, but they're so fucking annoying. Like, I was looking through that, and he was like, because obviously he's like, because like, I'm not going to say the company name, whatever, but there's such like. The company like has to like adhere to so many fucking snowflakes now that the company's just like it's kind of going it's been going downhill for like a few years.
But when they started out, that's the thing, right? When they started out, it was quite raw. It was quite to the bone, wasn't it? There,
I mean, well, I still listen to some of the podcasts every now and then. I love some of the podcasts I listen to. They do. It's mint. I love all like the cast and whatnot. Don't have a problem with any of them kind of thing. But it's like because kind of like a lot more corporate now than they used to be.
Yeah.
And now they've got like, and all of the fan base is so fucking like, it's just like so toxic and just like, but it's all the people that'll get they get easily offended.
Yeah.
And they're complaining about it.
If I was him, I wouldn't have even made a statement.
Oh no, fuck that. I wouldn't.
Like I was watching a guy. It was about something ridiculous. Like he's a far right person, I think, but I don't like. I'm not far right. I'm not far left. But he said something. He was like, "Well, hang on. How would you class like being offended? Because I can say something to 1,000 people and one person complains. Does that mean I'm offending someone? Does that mean I should stop saying what I'm saying? Like, but the other 900, like 999 people like what I'm saying, so why should I stop? You know what I mean? And that's what it is. So like their fan base, I know for a fact their fan base is miles bigger than these people, and that, like, I'm not being funny, right? Just because that is their religious movement, Native Americans. It doesn't mean it's restrained to them. Do you know what I mean? They haven't got claims on it.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like
people kicking off saying it's like cultural appropriation and shit. And I was like, oh my god! And it's like, well, did you see the thing that do you know, like Animal Crossing, the video game, right?
Yeah,
it's a big thing on Twitter. People they put like a certain did they put dreadlocks or like a certain hairstyle in the video game Animal Crossing, right? And then people were kicking off saying, "Oh, white people aren't allowed to use that hairstyle in Animal Crossing." Because it's cultural appropriation. It's like, but them themselves are probably fucking white 50-year-old women that are kicking off about it. Man. And all the like white fucking 12-year-olds kicking off about it. And it's like, why? Like literally, other people like that literally do not give a single shit if you have fucking. I've seen loads of people fucking walking about white people that have like cornrows and shit like that. Why is it matter? How is a hairstyle cultural appropriation? How?
Oh, honestly,
it makes them sound. Like they're trying to like force this on to people. They're trying to force cultural appropriation. Like a couple of years ago, I never even heard the word cultural appropriation. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, I mean, it's good to. I don't believe it's a thing because I think other people celebrating someone else's culture as long as they're not mocking it. Like mocking it, that's cultural appropriation. But like for instance, I was raised on ska music. Like my mum loves ska. Raised on it. It was a big thing in the 80s, right? And ska literally comes from like Jamaican reggae, right? And that's it came over with the Jamaican.
No, you're not allowed to listen to that. It's cultural appropriation.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
listen to that. Like, why people aren't allowed to listen to that?
My mum has met a lot of Jamaican artists who do ska themselves, and they love the amount of English that I take over. And do you know what I mean? Like, they're white people dressing up like we dress up like all the dance, like because when you dance to ska, you're technically dancing like you dance to reggae.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's cool. You know what I mean? I remember there was a female artist. I don't want to say any names because I won't get it right. But she was quite famous, and I'm sure she got done for the same thing for having dreadlocks in. She had blonde hair.
Oh no, I think about but but people were kicking off about it. But it came from I think when people kicking off about the Vikings TV show, having people with they're not dreadlocks, are they? There's a different word for them, but they look like a bit like similar dreadlocks, aren't they? I think people were kicking off about the Vikings TV show or something because they had dreadlocks in. And it's like that's what the fucking hairstyle of Scandinavian women were, even men.
I know.
So how are you kicking off about that? And it's like, oh mate, it wasn't mine.
It's actually, see, that's what I mean. It's like, it's not facts. None of it's facts. None of it's history. They don't care about facts because you can stand there. Like, I love a good debate. I'm not all about, like, trying to convince someone otherwise. Like, you have your opinion. I respect that. But I like to debate myself. And, like, at the end of the day, if you're not going to get any facts to that, you know, like you say, that was their hairstyle. So technically, isn't it culture, I can't even say it, culture appropriation, to say that what you're saying? Because Vikings were, as far as we know, using that hairstyle like as long as them. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. They didn't fucking know that people in like Africa or whatever were using that hairstyle.
I know, yeah. Like, they were bombing that around like in 800 AD or even.
But that's the thing though. It's like they literally couldn't give two shits. It's literally the fucking white fucking little teenage girls or fucking old women that are kicking off about it with the fucking anime profile pictures. And it's like, oh my fucking god!
We're not attacking anime.
It is literally like, no, obviously like, well, I'm not attacking anime because obviously, you know, big up anime, fucking Pokemon, love it, you know.
Right, no one who likes anime is going to listen to you say that. Oh, I said Pokemon. That's like,
yeah, I know, but you know,
that's like saying you like action films and only naming Die Hard. Like that's what it is. Like.
No, like obviously that's that. To be fair, that is me being that's been stereotypical. But it's all just like they don't have a face as a profile picture. It's like a character. They always have the character of like do you know what I mean? And it's just so fucking annoying. Like it infuriates you so much. And it is like the 0.1% of people. Like one person in his Twitch chat probably said, "Oh, this is cultural appropriation. You can't say spirit animal, right?" And then he had to put a full fucking thing on Twitter about saying, "Oh, no, sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't know this was a like cultural appropriation kind of thing."
Oh, man.
And it's just like,
That's
oh
ridiculous.
man, it's honestly. Well, you know, 10 minutes ago we said lighthearted episode, you know.
Look, I nearly started a fucking hate on there. I was gonna go like far, going crazy.
Tangent already. It's only 30 minutes in.
I'm just finishing my first bottle of Stella and I'm getting like pumped up.
So I had a couple pre-drinks, like so.
Oh, did you? Oh, getting your nerves down. I wondered why you did the intro this week.
Well, yeah, because you did it last week.
Yeah, you got the confidence. You got some Dutch courage, didn't you?
Yeah, we'll just cut the failed intros out as we always do. Well, no, we've kept a couple in which are pretty funny, but you know.
Oh, good.
Speaking of Vikings.
So we went off the TV. So just...
You know, speaking of Vikings, that transition, smooth. Last season of Vikings came out. When was it? Not too long ago. Probably
You've done your research.
Yeah, we are a very research-focused podcast here. I got a message from someone that we know, saying we were on about like something with COVID. And then, like, we were like...
Can't say that.
I mean, this...
COVID.
Corona. COVID. We were on about something about that. But we were, like, months out of date with, like, what we said, like, the month was. And then I said, oh, yeah, we're literally about everything. And he was like, oh, yeah, at least you're consistent. And I was like, yep. Exactly.
Yeah. If don't take what we say for facts.
Exactly.
At all.
If we're consistently wrong, then we can never be proved right. Or wrong, do you know what I mean? So happy days.
Wow.
If we're consistently wrong, then no facts. It's all just, you know, we're all just chatting.
Yeah, therefore we can't get cancelled because whatever we say is just, like
exactly
garbage.
Right. Well, we've all had a couple on draft, you know.
Oh man.
Nice awkward silence there.
I know, yeah.
Well, yeah. So we move on to Vikings.
Oh, the biggest heartbreaking series I've ever watched. Like even worse than Game of Thrones. Like I mean,
no. Game of Thrones is 10 times fucking worse than Vikings.
In what sense? Like
all of it.
No, I don't like. I'm not comparing like quality. Like Vikings is like one of my favorite shows. Like I didn't really like Game of Thrones, but I mean in the fact of how much it broke my heart watching it.
Oh right, yeah, no. A little disclaimer here. We're going to be talking about the last season of Vikings. So if you haven't seen it, or you're currently watching it, or if you don't care, keep watching, keep listening even. But if you haven't, I'll put like a little timestamp of when to skip to. I'll cut back, so then you can skip to the part that we covered it.
Because you know, like in Game of Thrones, like everyone you love dies. Like
Yeah.
you love someone else, then they die, and then you love someone else, and then they die.
Yeah.
Where with this, I mean, it's all facts. So I mean, if I turn around and say Ragnar died, that's because it was fucking 2,000 years ago.
Yeah.
But, like,
Well, yeah. This certain guy that I was on about, he said, I stopped listening because we started talking about Vikings.
has he not watched it?
So I was like, because he just started watching it. But I was like, oh shit. I was like, I don't think we spoiled anything, but we probably did.
I don't think we did. You know, I don't think we touched on it that much.
But I don't know, because I think I cut out last episode where you said that certain about somebody. So I'll probably cut it out there again just in case no one's actually watched it.
But like 2,000 years later, he's dead, right?
Yeah, no, but like I didn't know his real life story. So, I mean, I didn't know he was going to die.
You didn't know he was dead?
Not at all. It's Vikings, no.
All right, I understand. Like, you don't expect him to die in the series. Like, you might think,
yeah,
the
exactly.
series
That's
might
what
just
I
end,
mean.
Yeah. Well, I've got an interesting fact about that, but I don't know if I can say it now.
Well, we'll say because I'll probably
I'll
cut half this out anyway because we spoiled
right.
shit.
So the other day I was watching like the director thing, and to be fair, I don't think this actually is a spoiler. But he said that he was going to kill the Ragnar off at the end of the first season.
Yeah,
and because the only historical proof of Ragnar is the story of his sons.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
I
saw
written.
that. Yeah, apparently he's like a myth, like Robin Hood kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah. So I mean, they reckon that like they still think that he might exist, but they reckon that like Ivor the Boneless and all that all just said that they were his sons to gain them like fame.
Well,
because he was like a big myth.
Even in the last season of Vikings, because it's like God knows how many years since Ragnar, isn't it? They all say. Even some like not even side characters, just like cameo people, just say, "Oh, he was like a myth." So even so, like even people in the last season of Vikings, like 3 seasons later, which is how many years was it? I don't know. Is it 20 years later or something? Even people,
something like that.
Even like people 20 years later think he was a myth. Like, which is kind of mad. How like and he came thousands of years later, he's still like. Written down as a myth.
But that's what I think was crazy. So when the director said he was like, which doesn't really make sense if you've seen the first season, because he's such a powerful character in the first season, and he does what he needs to do. But to be fair, like there is a lot of opportunities from a thingy. But by the time they like released like the 6th episode or something, they realised that like everyone loves Ragnar, like and the Australian actor that plays him.
Yeah.
So like what they were going to do was kill him off in the end of the first season, and then it would just have been about his sons.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't have involved him at all because there is no proof that he was around with his sons anyway.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's loads of facts like Rollo in real life is actually William the Conqueror's granddad.
Yeah, I'll search up about that when you mentioned it last podcast. I was talking about that. And yeah, he's people don't know if he was like reading shit as well, do they?
It's all because it's that long ago. You know what I mean? So. I mean, the thing obviously that his sons were real, so I think that's why he was going to go and do that kind of like projection and just kill Ragnar off and then do what he could factually.
Yeah,
but I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad it went the way it did. And like I say, it's one of my favourite shows ever, and I'm gutted. Like one of them shows that you wish you could forget and watch again.
100%, yeah, because it is so fucking good. Like, but I mean, I think the ending was a bit shit, to be honest.
Oh yeah, 100%. This is like everything on it. You know what that reminded me of Game of Thrones?
Yeah, same. Because I mean, you can't not many TV shows do finish good. Like there's the odd few, but I guess you're always disappointed when a TV show ends. But yeah, I think the ending of Vikings, I was a lot more disappointed than I thought I would have been. Like I was like the full series was mint. All 6 series? All 6 series were mint. Apart from maybe season 5 was a bit lacking a little bit, I thought. But the rest are all fucking. The rest are all fucking unreal. Absolutely loved all of them. But yeah, I think the ending was I didn't like it really.
Well, because what happened, and I agree with you about number 5. So obviously we're in a spoiler alert bit. So after Ragnar died, it's obviously all about Bjorn and that. And I loved when they went to England and did their shit, right? That was pretty cool. And then you kind of going oh, you think Bjorn's going to be like this big thing. And then he doesn't, he kind of just hangs back and it's a bit weird and you feel like you're in like an awkward silence of a movie, like what's going on. Ivor's just running around, well, That's a bad term. He's fucking crawling. I could say that. I have rights to say that. So he's doing that, and then Bjorn's like on the Middle East or whatever. But then he finally becomes this big character towards the end of. Well, it was actually just as the start of season 6, I think. Really.
It was quite big as soon as Ragnar died.
No, yeah. He was. I think even before that, like when he came back to Ragnar when he was older, I think he had a big influence.
Because it's weird. What I thought, because I was rewatching it from the start again, and what I found was that I think it was either season 2 or season 3. Like literally halfway through an episode in season 2 or 3, I think it is like the last episode, but literally half or the first episode, halfway through that episode, it's like 10. It goes like 10, 15 years later in the space of a split second in an episode.
Yeah,
and I was like, what the fuck? Like all the kids are all young, obviously apart from Bjorn. Like Ivor and all that, they're all like really young. They're like little kids, and then then like literally it's just a transition. And then they're fucking like 10, 15 years older. And I was like, what? Like, surely you do that at the beginning or the end of an episode. But he literally did it. Like, literally, if you blinked, which I did, literally, I think I was eating some food or something. And I was like, I've seen it before, but I think I was eating some food or something. I had to rewind it. I was like,
who are these kids?
No, but obviously I knew who they were because I watched it before, shit like that. But I had to rewind it because I was like, how did like the new episode start? But it didn't. I rewinded it because I was thinking, a new episode started. But it didn't. It was like still halfway through the same episode. I was like, I was like, it was pretty bizarre.
Yeah, I don't think it really, when it comes to the way it was all formatted, I think sometimes it wasn't. That's not the only case where it went a bit random, and you kind of have to think. You have to kind of like maybe rewatch it a little bit and go, like Jesus, that's what they've done. Do you know what I mean? Because I like was it the beginning of the fifth season? No, the beginning of the fourth. Whenever Ragnar died, you kind of like that season. He's like up in the mountains, isn't he? And you just kind of like, well, what the fuck happened after he tried to attack Rollo of France?
Yeah,
and he's just there's no explanation. He just done one, and that's it. Like there's no like think wait. So then you kind of like, oh, what's going on? Which is kind of cool. It worked, but it was like a lot of. But I think that's their kind of like thing they were going for. They were going for like a mystery constantly of what's going on with Ragnar. And I mean, I got obsessed with him personally. I was like fucking. I don't know if it's just the acting behind it or the way it was just formatted. I think he done really well.
Yeah, because that's weird. It's all like because he's like embarrassed because he gets defeated in England, doesn't he? And then he goes back to Norway, and then like he runs off into the wilderness, doesn't he? For like, well, it's been years apparently on it, and then even then it cuts to so he's still alive. He runs off after the invasion of England. They all get like kipped. And then he runs off into the wilderness for like a couple of years or something, and then when he comes back finally,
which again a lot of historical facts behind it. Apparently, the story goes that Ragnar went to England because he got defeated or something, and he hated the idea that Bjorn was going to be more famous than him.
Yeah.
So he went to England with like the tiniest army to try and prove that he could destroy England with a tiny army, and that's when King Aelle caught him and done his bit with him. So I mean, there's a lot. Well, you say historical fact, like the myths or whatever. They've done the research, and I think that's pretty sick.
Yeah, well, I think it is good because it is still like the History Channel, isn't it? So it's still like it really. But I think the way Ragnar died, I'm not like normally when a main actor character dies in a TV show, you'd be like pretty pissing, and you'd think if a main character dies in a TV show, that's the end of the TV show, right? Like what other TV show has killed the main character off and done 3 more seasons?
No,
you know what I mean? So it is like really impressive how they still kept it alive 3 more seasons after killed the main character off.
Well, that's what my point was saying. I think that was his plan the whole time. I think he wanted rid of Ragnar, but because so many people liked Ragnar in the first season, he kept him on in the end.
Yeah.
So I think to be fair, I don't think he should have died. I think they should have just kept him in it. And kind of killed him at the end of the full seasons, you know what I mean, the 6 seasons.
Yeah, I kind of think maybe they could have done what they've already did, but just kept him, they could have just kept him in the wilderness kind of thing. He's still alive, but he hasn't been in it for like a couple of seasons kind of thing, but you know he's still alive. They could have done that, but I guess maybe there's literally some historical fact to that he got killed in a snake pit, because I mean...
Yeah, there must be... That is true.
Yeah, something to... historical.
It is all true. Like say, from him going to attack England with a small army, which he did in the TV show, him then getting caught and killed in a snake pit. That's true. and then like Bjorn. Well, I don't actually know if Bjorn's part of that. I think he is, but Halfston, is that what he's called? Halfton, yeah, and Uber and Ivor are the three main ones that actually go and attack England, which is a true story. That actually did happen. And kill King Aela. I did way too much research into it, but that's what lockdown does to you, so I'm not sorry.
No, well, yeah, I love it because I was watching it again, and I couldn't remember some bits. So I think is it season. Honestly, I'm butchering this because I've got the worst memory in the world, as everyone already knows. I think it was a season 4 maybe, where Ivor kills. Is it Halfton? Like they're at like a banquet table outside, and they're all arguing, and he throws an axe at him because he's taking.
Oh, that's Snake Eye, isn't it? That's
that's Sigurd, isn't it? Sorry, that's Sigurd.
Sigurd, yeah, Snake Eye.
Yeah. So, because it's taking a piss out of him, so he just throws an axe at him. And fucking, like, he doesn't die instantly; he dies like slowly, kind of thing, after like a couple of weeks or whatever. But a couple of days or whatever. But yeah,
yeah, it's crazy that.
But I think it's all good. I think that's probably about it for Vikings. Got anything else you want to say about it? Probably
fucking no. Apart from just touching on the reason that we talked about last season is they just did like a Game of Thrones thing where they rushed the ending and just killed everyone off.
We didn't even speak about the ending. But yeah, I thought personally the ending was a bit. It was just because, right, okay, big spoiler alert, if like you are going to watch it. Like the previous stuff is like a spoiler, but this is a big spoiler alert for like the last episode, like the last minute of the episodes. So yeah, Ivor fucking dies, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And it's
for no
like,
reason as well.
Exactly. It's like they had no reason to kill him off. I'm not sure about the historical facts of him dying or whatever. But and then I thought that was shit because he dies on purpose, or because he could have lived, but he just goes and dies on purpose, which is like I thought that was a bit shit.
Yeah, because they try to do that play with his eyes going blue, and they all say not to die either. But I mean, in what relevance is that for him to go kill himself? Like,
exactly, yeah. Like all, the rest of it meant all the battle sequences, all that was meant. But I found it weird, like all the previous battle sequences have been unreal, pretty realistic. But then this one, fucking Ivor and what's he called? Not Uber. Uber's in fucking America. Which, yeah, that itself, Uber in America, is like could be a whole like TV show itself because that bit was mint.
Yeah.
We didn't touch.
I feel like they wasted the time with that one, didn't they? Really?
Yeah, I feel like they could have done a full season on that because that's like I loved that bit. Like it was unreal. That when they got to Greenland and all that. That's all. They got to Vinland and all that and discover America and shit. That's all really good. Is it Halfton that's with Ivor?
I think that is who Halfton is, but he's not actually known as Halfton in the Vikings, is he?
I've got his name.
It's Hitzurk, yeah.
Oh,
so
Hitzurk, yeah.
Halfton is Hitzurk.
Hitzurk, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the same person, but for some reason they got different names. But
yeah, they do that in quite a few TV shows, don't they? Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But he's still alive. At the end of it all, after killing fucking Lagertha and all that, which is a bit. Yeah, I don't know. I thought the ending was a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really care for King Harold or anything. But
yeah,
I think
I'm
died for no reason.
I'm quite glad King Harold died because he was a dick all the way through the full thing.
I don't get why that massive fight happened, right? And he basically got killed, and then Bjorn survived. Yet he manages to survive, and Bjorn then dies. Like, Bjorn's the stronger, the better fighter. Why did he just die, like, for no reason?
Yeah.
And how did King Harold take all that abuse and then come back alive?
I forgot about that as well, yeah, because obviously Season 6 Part 1 ends with, they're at a big battle on a beach, aren't they? And you think Bjorn's dead.
Yeah.
Right? And then Season 6 Part 2, like, starts with, like, Bjorn on, like, a boat, so you don't know if he's dead or alive. And then I think he's, like, alive for a little bit, and then he dies. But then I thought that was, like, what the fuck, that's so shit. I thought they couldn't, like, I thought you'd see a bit more of the battle on the beach. Because you don't know if it was a dream or if it was real, do you? In the first part of the season. So, like, me and you were talking, we were like, oh, is it real? Is it a dream? We don't know. Because they've had, like, bits like that in Vikings.
Yeah.
So we like, and then at the beginning of season 6, part 2, it's just like cuts to him on a boat, like half dead, and it's like, like they could have at least showed us like what happened to him properly, kind of thing.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense because what annoys me, like, there's no way there's any chance that's even close to true. It's so out there and outlandish. Like, how is Ivor going to have climbed that whole mountain without any of them noticing that he's now coming behind them? Like, surely there was villagers behind them screaming when they were walking through the village from behind.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and bear in mind, Ivor's disabled. Yeah, he's done strong. Like, you know, he's done all this stuff and he's like done it strong, like in a strong manner. But he's climbed now a full mountain, managed to go all the way behind Bjorn, who's now. You remember Bjorn's called Ironside?
Yeah, because his dad he's meant to be like invincible, isn't he?
Yeah, and then he gets killed by some random geezer who's disabled, which isn't an insult to that. It just didn't add up. There was no facts or even attempt to facts. You might as well have had Odin come down and kill him himself. Like, it just didn't make sense.
Because I think because obviously the beach is all empty then as well, isn't it? So obviously, like, it cuts to the scene where the beach, big massive battles happening on the beach, and then it cuts to Bjorn fighting like by himself, and then it cuts back again, it cuts again, cuts back again, like, and then it's like, so it should have really shown us at that part that like what happened, like what actually really happened. But I guess they probably did it on purpose, so it's up to your like interpretation kind of thing. But I thought it was just a bit like lazy kind of thing. Obviously, like, I'm not dissing the full TV show; it's still like one of the best TV shows going. We're just being like really critical.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I probably was still really angry that that Ragnar died. To be fair, and I'm still holding out on this.
He's hopefully going to come back in the Netflix original one. 100 years later.
Oh, yeah, 100 years later, he just survives.
I'm wondering what they're going to do with that, because I mean, I think it's weird that they're switching a Prime original to a Netflix original. Which, I mean,
I don't really like Netflix originals, in my opinion.
I think it's weird because Prime do a lot more action-based originals, and like obviously Netflix have good originals, but it's more like drama shit in it.
Riverdale.
Yeah, it's. I mean, on Netflix, I've got like both, and they're all like both good. But I think Netflix do better like original films, and Prime do better original TV shows.
Yeah, maybe.
In my opinion, anyway.
From ratio, I've probably watched more Netflix original films, but they also focus a lot on cheesy romantic things. Like over Christmas was their like fucking bread and butter there.
Yeah.
Any old shit out, and it was like so bad. Like, I'm not insulting anyone at the job or anything, but the acting was so bad, and they were just putting these films out like as if they were just handing out like pieces of paper. It was just so rough.
Yeah. But I mean, I think they will do it justice, hopefully. But I mean, I don't think it'll ever compete with the original Vikings. But have you seen Barbarians?
No.
Honestly, I would really recommend that.
I think have we talked about it on this, or have you just told me about it? I think dying to watch it.
It is really good because it's dubbed over because it's that true to fact that they all speak Latin and Germanic.
Yeah. Is it about when they attack Rome or something?
So it's about where Rome, like the Romans attack like modern day Germany, which is like so it's all like back in the day, like thousands of years ago. It's just like loads of Germanic tribes. So it's just tribes of like hundreds of people. So there's no like big like army. They kind of just like tribes of hundreds of people and whatnot. But,
because I'm sure it's them that actually destroyed the Roman Empire, isn't it? I think.
So I'd definitely recommend watching. But like, the main plot point is that the main general is it Odysseus? He's called. I can't remember. That's probably from something else. So pretty much he's originally Germanic. He's originally a Germanic tribe son, like leader's son. And then the Romans take him away and take them to Rome and like train them up to become generals. Because that's kind of what they did, didn't they? They stole the sons and took them like that. So that's all like really true to fact, and they did that. But that's like there's only one season of that, but that is really good though. I definitely recommend watching that. So I hope they do more of that, and I hope like Vikings is kind of similar to that because that is.
Well, from what I'm knowing, it's going towards. It's going to end. It's going to go to the period of where William the Conqueror, which I think there is going to be a strong reference to Rollo because, like I say, in history there is some sort of relation.
I think
from what I read,
because I think it says it's going to be 100 years in the future.
So I think it goes to the 2nd century is it classed as?
No, would it be the would it be the 900s or the 10? Would it be the 10?
I think when I read it, it was going to 800 to the 10th. So I don't know what that's classed as. What's the first 1,000 years? Is that not the 2nd century?
11th century, yeah.
11th century.
Yeah, because so it was
that makes sense.
So when did they originally invade England? Was it the 800s or something?
Something like that, yeah. Like I think, well, no, it might be a bit earlier than that. I think about 600, 400, maybe 400, 600.
I can't remember what.
Which is crazy.
866 apparently.
Oh well, I was miles out than you were, right?
So yeah, 866 is apparently it says around 866 is when the first. Well, not when the first. It was when they had some battles in England.
Yeah.
Apparently 866 is when he died, Ragnar, in England. So I'd say 840s, 850s maybe when the first came. I don't know. Like that. I mean, not even historians know, so we definitely don't know.
I know. I mean, yeah.
So I guess past then is probably So it probably is the start of the 1000s, the 11th century.
Yeah.
How do you say that? Probably is it 11th century?
No, it is 11th century now. I thought it was the 1st century was the first 1,000 years, but it's not, is it? It's like obviously the first 100.
Yeah, so I think it is like 11th century.
Yeah, it's 11th century. It's the century ahead, isn't it? Because there was never a century for the first 100 years, so that's what I remember.
So
we're in the 22nd.
21st.
Take that one. 21st. Yeah, I don't know. You correct me.
Fucking hell.
We're in the 25th century, and the What's on Draft podcast has finally got 10,000 followers.
25th century. It's just like a Futurama thing. We just cryogenically freeze ourselves, took ourselves into the future.
I feel like if someone is to be frozen, I can't even say that word. So I'll just say frozen.
Cryogenic.
It should be, yeah. So it should be me and you, really.
I'm not gonna lie, right? So it should be Papa Nick.
Oh my god, no. No.
If it was anyone, it should be Papa Nick passing down as
There's one thing I know about, right? Like our parents, right? Is that, and it happens in every year, right? Every age group or whatever, that they grow out of time, and there's just certain things you cannot say.
Well, yeah,
and he's the wisest man I know.
However many 1,000 years time, my dad will literally walk out with a Teesside accent, and they'll just kill him straight away. I'm like, that's a cultural appropriation. That cultural appropriation being white or something like fucking in the bin.
There'll be some man identifying as a hippo in his own right, and then your dad will be like, "Well, nah."
In the bin.
No, there's so like I see Jim Jeffries or something I was watching, and I was like, we were having a laugh with the family because like our grandparents were the same. It's like if like they finally got like not over it, but they kind of got with the idea of like homosexuality because they were so against it growing up. And then like these people are shooting like transsexuals at them and then kicking off when they don't understand. It's like you've got to give them just because you're 16 and you've grew up with it. You know what I mean? Even me and you, we're a bit out of time, really, aren't we? We're trying to keep up with the times.
Yeah.
But like our parents or like grandparents, they're just like it's a tough time. And I think if you were to freeze one of them and put them in like the 31st century and just be like, what's going on here?
That's even so fun.
Oh my god, he's offended us because he spoke English and the British Empire stole over half the world in the fucking 16th century.
I'm game to get cryogenically frozen though. I'm game to talk about that.
Oh, well, like Walt Disney.
Yeah, well, look, 'cause I was listening.
Conspiracy.
I like to say this every podcast because we are a podcast, and all I do when I'm at work is listen to podcasts.
Are we a podcast? I didn't realise.
For sure, What's on Draft. Hashtag on Draft Pod. I said on Draft again. I said hashtag on Draft Pod. Follow our socials. Cheeky plug. I was listening to a podcast, and they were saying about like the creative, not the creative Bitcoin, someone that helped create Bitcoin, which we're probably going to go into later. That's another topic for later.
That's a long topic
because he's got that much money. He cryogenically froze himself, and I was like, if I had that money, I'm game as fuck to do that. I'd be so game to do that because I reckon. Because I reckon like obviously I give you hope that you're going to be fucking alive in 1,000 years time. Because 100% they'll have the like technology or whatever science to like take your brain, not your body, just that you take some DNA from your brain, take your subconscious into something else. It's like, yeah.
Right.
Game
so
for that.
Game for that. Right. To this, right. It leads me to a quick would you rather question, really, in theory. So, would you rather get cryogenically frozen, like, say, now, when you're in your 20s to 30s, so when you wake up you're young, or do it towards the end of your life on the off chance that it doesn't work?
Ooh. We're getting deep. We're getting deep with this lighthearted podcast. Don't worry, mate. I've got a worse would you rather question for you later.
Oh, no.
I've got a bad would you rather question for you later.
Well, it comes off, right, before it ends. There's a Prime TV show called Upload, right, and I've just watched it. Definitely recommend.
I've been seeing it advertised, but I'm not going around
watching
it.
Man, it's quite funny. It's not, like, too extremely funny or anything like that, but it's quite funny. But in the theory behind it, it's like people who die can get uploaded to say, like, in Habbo Hotel or some shit, right? But, like, you're, like, an actual body. So you basically live in this virtual world, but your body's dead. Until they can find the technology to bring you back. But before they, like, you have to be alive when they do it.
Right.
So if you're like young and you get into a car crash, like, you have a choice. Do you try and wait it out and see if you can survive?
Oh, right, okay.
Like, the operations and all that, or do you just go and get thingied and then, you know what I mean, die?
Yeah,
so that's where, like, why I ask you that. Would you do that, or would you?
I just poured some vodka and I let you accidentally pour like half. Like, I let it do like a half and half of vodka lemonade.
It's not as serious of a question, Can.
But,
I need a drink now.
but I don't know, because that's tricky on that. Because I reckon in the future though they'll be able to reverse aging.
What do you think?
There's not like a catch-22. I guess like just say if that wasn't a thing, I would 100% try and I'd live till I was old probably.
Ooh.
Because I'd rather.
It's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I'd rather live till I was old. Just go out with style. Try and fucking go.
Just go out with style.
Go out with a bang.
They are saying now, aren't they, that the first person to live to 150 or live for the? Yeah, I think it's the first person to live to 150 is alive at this moment in time.
100%. But because what's bad is me and my dad talking about this before. Like, my granddad lived until he was 91, 92, I think, and he was born in 1928. Right,
that's insane.
Lived through fucking all sorts. Like, all like a 91, 92-year-old, but he was born in the 1920s. He was born, and he lived. Yeah. The amount of like shit that like has happened through his life, the amount of stuff he's done. He should have died when he was like fucking 50 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like even then it's bad. So us now, we will probably live till we're like 150 odd. Do you know what I mean? Like by the time we're old, there is a potential for us to live to like we're 150-year-old, which is
I
fucking
think this generation, it really comes down to, because I think there's an increased rate of cancer and there's an increased rate of like STIs that can kill you, including HIV and stuff like that. And I think that's what will kill like people off. Like, look at the COVID. Like, we are such a smart human race, but that all happened because I'm not even going to get into politicals about it, but because humanity was against each other. So I think realistically, it's only humanity that's going to kill itself off. If we just like trust in our scientists, like look at these anti-vaxxers and all that stuff, and people who refuse to wear masks.
Don't get me. Yeah, this is meant to be a lighthearted podcast. Don't get me.
No, it is going to be lighthearted. My point is purely, and this is I say as lighthearted as possible. Just shut up. You're not a scientist. Listen to the scientist, and we'll all live till 150.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But I'm going to die because some fucking 40-year-old woman who doesn't believe in Donald Trump has just sneezed on me in Asda. And now I'm dead. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be fuming. I'll be wounding.
Well, did you see that article? The guy in America who smashed, like, he was a pharmacist. Somehow this guy's a pharmacist. Right?
Oh, yeah, I've seen
right?
it. Yeah.
He smashed some COVID vaccines in America, and then they arrested him and all that, right? But then apparently he's a flat earther, and he also believes the sky isn't real.
Yeah.
It's like, how the fuck could it be that mentally insane? You think the Earth's flat anyway? Like, that's a massive thing that loads of people believe for some fucking reason. And then, but the sky isn't real. That it's a bubble protecting us from seeing summer or other. It's like, oh my fucking god, you must have had to grow up in some fucked up situation to believe that. Like,
hey, you know what? I love Jim Carrey. I love Jim Carrey, right? But I think he should be sued for the Truman Show because I think that's where it's all coming from.
Like, oh my fucking, honestly, it's fucking ridiculous. And then I'm not honestly. I saw it.
We've got a conspiracy podcast. So
Right. I saw something on Facebook, right? So I want to like offend anyone. Like we say this every 10 minutes.
That's unlike you.
No, like me. But I saw this that's on Facebook. I don't know personally. It's just like some last year added from Facebook from like 10 years ago or something.
Yeah.
I don't even fucking clue who it is. So she posts on Facebook like she's like qualified to be like a mental health nurse, right?
Right.
She's like done some. So she's like she's not officially one. She's like done some qualification. So she's like half her degree or some shit. I don't know. I didn't really look at it. I literally just scroll past it sort of a millisecond. So I could be wrong. And then I was scrolling for like another minute, and I saw she fucking reposted, share this and you'll become lucky and win £1 million or something. And she was like all them things on Facebook. It's like, oh, share this or retweet this and you'll become a millionaire. Like,
yeah.
And she
my nana does it. I love it.
And she did it. And the people and someone commented on it saying, "Oh, this is not only me." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I do it all the time." And it's like, and I've seen it before. Like she does it all the time. And it's like, how are you 20-odd-year-old and you still think fucking sharing something on Facebook is going to bring you fucking money or luck or whatever, and you're going to be a fucking mental health nurse?
Yeah, shouldn't be allowed.
Like, surely you should get a psychological check yourself before you become a fucking mental health nurse if you're sharing shit like that on Facebook. Like,
well, yeah,
exactly. Fucking hell, man. Like, honestly, some fucking people that actually...
You've offended about 10,000
I've offended so many people. Shout out! It's I don't get it though. Am I just?
What are you drinking? This mix does not belong to you.
Like, am I just like that clever that everyone else is so fucking thick?
Wow, alright, are you offended me?
I'm joking by the way. But like, it's like that. Would you rather we had last podcast? Like, would you rather be the smartest person in the world, everyone else thick as fuck, or would you rather be thick as well? Well, not me, but I feel like literally a lot of people probably feel like that right now. Just like going through Facebook and shit like that, like the like, oh, cause it is the vocal like minority 1%. You've had 99% of people are literally probably thinking, like, what the actual fucking how can you be that dumb?
No. So, it's because they're constantly searching for something. Like, there is no evidence to flat Earth. Anyone that says there is, you're fucking deluded, right? End of story. I'm not even discussing it with you. And there's no evidence to vaccines causing like disabilities. There isn't, and if you think so, you're dumb as fuck. And to be fair, if you think that, then the vaccines have damaged you, no one else. Like,
yeah,
like shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
like, you're the one said that. Like.
We talked about that a lot about last episode. Like,
yeah. But this is my point. Like, so obviously we hope to do a conspiracy one because
we're gonna do like just a full conspiracy podcast at some point. Maybe even a couple because there's so many conspiracy theories. I mean, I'm game to
do like one per conspiracy theory.
Yeah, we'll just turn it into a full conspiracy theory podcast. I'm game to like a tagging thing one, fucking orbit, all sorts of shit.
So I'm all fine with, like, if you believe the moon landing was fake, then you know what I mean. You do you, and you believe that, whatever. Like, I guess there is evidence, or there's not evidence, but there's reasons why you'd think that. But there is no reason at all why you think the world is flat. There's no evidence. People can see from the Earth, from being down on the Earth, that it's not flat. People can see from space that it's not flat. We've got satellites that provide you with internet, TV.
That's what I was thinking. Is because they all think it's fake, though, don't they? It's like, oh my.
Yeah, but if the world was flat, the satellites wouldn't work. And again, we'll do a full one about flat Earth, and then whatever. But yeah, this is Lighthearted podcast. Is not going down too well. I think we've just got Mardy drinkers.
But yeah, so this was, light-hearted podcast, as always.
Oh yeah, we know.
But I guess this is this is what What's on Draft's about, just raw, us talking raw shit, really, isn't it? That's what it is.
Yeah, because
this is what it's like when a couple of lads have a drink down the pub, innit?
Well, yeah.
So this is like it's authentic. This is kind of what the podcast is meant to be about, I guess. Yeah, we'll move on. I guess
hashtag we move. Trend it every time you share the podcast. Hashtag we move.
Yeah, we'll try and move on. We'll try and get through some topics a bit quicker than No, well, we don't. I don't think we want it to be 4-1 again, but who knows? I guess we'll keep with the TV show theme, but we'll try and get through this one than the last one. So, have you seen Lost, the TV show?
I've watched the first season.
Right, okay. So I've started watching it again.
All right.
And I say again because I've watched up to season 2 I've watched up to season 3, literally about 3 or 4 times now, and not got any further than that. So the first time I watched it, I think I got season 2. I just binned it off, stopped watching it. Second time, got season 2 again, binned off, stopped watching it, and now this time, I've just picked up where I left off on near the end of season 2, because I'm not rewatching season 1 and 2 again. Because I know what happened, and I'm like, no, fuck it. Like, I don't care if I miss little bits or whatnot. Because I kind of remember what happened anyway. So I finally started watching that again. So I'm on halfway through season 3 of that now, I think. So because obviously it's like proper old, like Lost.
Yeah.
And
classic.
It is like I say proper old. It's not like 10 years old, but it's like the very big. It was
it must be older than 10 years old, surely.
It's like 10 years old. I think 10. Is it maybe 20? I don't know. But yeah, it's like a big, fucking huge. It came out. It was
2004.
Is that when it finished?
Nearly 20 years.
Is that when it finished or started?
Started.
Oh, yeah. So
it's 6 seasons, so 2010. Yeah. So I'll let you off.
Yeah, 10. So yeah. Apparently, I was speaking to someone at work about it. Apparently, it was literally it's kind of like what Game of Thrones was. It was like everyone in the pub was talking about it. It was the biggest TV show going.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I remember that last episode and whatnot. So yeah, I started watching that again finally. Got into that. So yeah, I'm going through that survival phase because we've been playing survival games and stuff.
Oh right, yeah.
So I'm like, oh fuck it, I want to watch some survival kind of Desert Island shit. So yeah, I started watching that again, but I still don't know the ending though, which is quite good for a TV show that's been out that long.
Yeah,
I've heard it's shit. That's all I know. I just heard the ending's shit. So my guess is I think that it's it's typical. It's all a dream or something. So that's what I think it's going to be because I don't actually know. But I think that's what it would be. People who've seen it are going to think I'm thick as fuck. But I actually don't know the ending.
I mean, to be fair, to receive 85% on Rotten Tomatoes and an 8.3 on IMDb, it's doing all right.
Oh, 85% Rotten Tomatoes. That's a bit for Rotten Tomatoes, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're usually ruthless, really. And I think, the thing is, I watched the first season because I was with someone who was a big fan of it, and she wanted to watch it again. So I was like, I'll give it a watch. I never watched it.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed I like that kind of thing, like you said, the survival side of it. But then it becomes about rituals or some shit, some spirits on the island, and I just was like, I'm alright. And I just turned it off and never watched it again. And then maybe I should have given it more of a time. But that one episode just threw me off, and I was like, I'm not watching this.
Yeah, it's not really about rituals and spirits or whatever. It's a bit. There is kind of some. It's supernatural thing going on, but you don't really see. You kind of see it once every season, or something supernatural's going on. There is something. It is weird as fuck. The story's mint because it is. It's sort of fucked up, kind of the whole thing. Because there's obviously people there, and they found the others, and then there's these bunkers, and then they've got a submarine, and they've got boats that they can get off the island if they want, but they don't. They choose not to, and all this fucking nonsense, really. But yeah, I'll maybe watch it again. I think it's quite good, but there's so many filler episodes though. It's typical 24 episodes a season, and there's so
Walking Dead kind of bullshit.
Yeah, it's so every single character you meet, they've got a full hour long filler of the backstory that you don't give a single shit about. Some characters, the main 5 characters, or whatever. Yeah, you care about them. But there's some other characters that are just I literally could give 2 shits about the backstory. And it's just big, massive filler stuff. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say on that apart from I've been started watching it again on a TV show topic. I think it's quite good. Hopefully finish it at some point this time rather than keep bidding it off. But this is the furthest I've got on it though. For once, I think I first started watching it 5 years ago or something, and I've finally got around to the 3rd season 5 years later.
Got to focus, dedicate your time to it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. I don't dedicate my time there. Like Cobra Kai was the thing I watched. But I say I don't like binge watching stuff anymore because I'm like, oh no, I want to watch it for longer. So with Cobra Kai, I watch an episode a day instead of all episodes at once. So I just watch it during my lunch break, once every day.
Oh god, I wish I was that willpowers.
Yeah. Well, I said, when I watched The Boys, I think I watched the first season of The Boys in the full day when I was hungover.
It's like an hour an episode as well.
Yeah, I literally watched it all in one day when I was hungover.
Yeah, ridiculous.
And it was like
Have you?
It was one of the worst hangovers that I ever had. It was was it 2 years ago? I think one of the worst hangovers I've ever had, and I was just like, oh.
I hope I wasn't to blame.
So I was in Rugton. So I took my mattress into the front room.
Oh wow!
And I literally just watched it all and had about 10 naps. And just fucking, it was it was like a 2-day hangover. That it was fucking horrible.
Proper bachelor fucking pad that.
Yeah. Literally brought my mattress into the front room and just cabbaged out pop it in the bin.
Have you ever watched Archer?
No. I'm not saying that.
You need to watch that. That's on Netflix, right? It's have you ever watched Bob's Burgers?
A little bit of it. I've seen a little bit of it, yeah.
So it's the guy who plays Bob's Burgers, who plays the actor behind Bob.
Yeah.
And it's just so stupidly funny. It's about secret agents, right? And it's very dark kind of humor. It's also very sexual, and it's the shittest art. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I've seen
the animation of it. It's very shitty 2D kind of stuff in it. Yeah,
but Sarah said she came in. She was like, "Oh, how can you watch something like this? It's so bad." And I was like, "Well, you need to listen to it, because you don't sit there and think, oh, well, that's clearly not a real person." Do you know what I mean? But it's just so stupid. They're 20-minute episodes. If you ever want to watch a full series in 5 minutes, you know what I mean, and just bake out.
Yeah.
Or put it on while you're working, you know what I mean, kind of shit.
Yeah.
That's what I do. It's the most addicting TV show. I've watched it about 6 times now, and it's
oh yeah, I've never seen it. No, I've always heard good things about it though. But
it might be a bit weird now that you're 23. It was something I first started watching when I was 18.
Yeah.
And now that I'm at this age, I laugh at it because I remember laughing at it.
Yeah.
But I could see myself also not laughing at it because it's a bit cringy.
Yeah.
But,
well, yeah, we'll move on to I guess this is what's your favourite album/film of 2020. But to be honest, I can't think of anything on the top of my head. Unless you can. I have no idea.
No, I wrote that down with confidence.
I have no fucking idea.
I mean,
I literally can't tell you one single film or album that came out in 2020.
I think in the past 2 years, and this is my personal belief, Eminem's been on pure fire. I'm someone who listens to words in songs. A lot of people are. So that's why I like rap. I don't like rap because I wear my pants to the floor or anything.
But we're 90s fucking.
Oh yeah.
90s fucking.
But a cap on back. Well, I do have my cap on back. But, I like listening to Eminem because he's his things are kind of funny. It's comedy in a rap. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The way he insults people. So he's had he brought an album out. Was that last year? I think at the end of last year, and then he's brought the same album out this year, but put a side B on it. An old vinyl.
Yeah.
And it's made them fucking absolute millions. It's flown off. And personally, I think that's it. But that's the only album I can think of that's got released this year.
Yeah, well,
I can't even think. Apart from Kings of Leon, that was pretty sick album. Well, what we heard of it, it's only singles at the moment.
No, that wasn't even 2020. That was.
Oh, was that January? It was, wasn't it? Yeah, it just got released. And was it our last podcast?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we spoke about the last podcast. They released 2 singles.
Yeah, that's right. Have they released the album yet?
No, it's March, I think they release it.
Oh, Jesus, what a way.
But yeah, but I think it's good that he doesn't pre-announce it, does it? He just releases it then and there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So it's because he has the audience for it that he's like, yeah, I can do that.
Oh mate, he knows what he's doing. Kamikaze all the way. Every album he's done, he slams it out, and it's just funny. I don't think he cares really what anyone thinks, and I think that's
Yeah.
Fucking spot on. I'm looking at albums that came out in 2020, and I haven't even watched one of them.
I was saying that a Seagulls album came out in 2020.
Oh, right. I don't know.
They're like an indie band. That was quite good. Yeah, I can't really remember because obviously, but the thing is, though, I think 2020 was actually like a really good year for like music, and there was quite a few good singles that came out. But obviously, like there were some bangers that you'd love to listen to in a club, but you fucking couldn't because it was fucking
Yeah. It's yeah. You can't, and I feel sorry for like artists because they would have made a fortune. Like we're selling the rights to like nightclubs and whatever because you have to get a license and that. But obviously there's no pubs open for them to have a license. So
yeah, and I think especially all like the tours and that as well. All like especially the smaller bands, like all the tours are being cancelled, and that's how literally they get the livelihood, isn't it? Is by the tours and stuff. So I don't know, I feel sorry for like the smaller bands and stuff. And I can't wait to go see like some small indie band in like a little like pub or like little like underground club.
Underground club.
I can't.
An illegal rave.
I can't wait to do that again. Like go to like a little academy and like only there's only like a few people there. Be mint. Live music, I miss that. Like,
yeah, I mean, there's nothing like live music. There isn't. Like, it's just a game changer, isn't it? Like, I mean, for me, it goes live music, vinyl, and then just Spotify. Like, that's how I live my life. Like, vinyl is the closest to live music you'll get.
yeah,
That's why I'm always around your dads without you knowing.
you've only got that. They're more than me.
I wish.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
most of it, like what I'm looking at now, it's all just like hip hop shit. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, I don't mind some of it. Like some of it's catchy that I'll listen to it every now and then. But I've not even heard of half of these. I'll let you search best albums of 2020. Not heard of half of these. Not heard of half of the people. I say half of them. I've not heard of 3/4 of the people. To be honest.
Well, I just did the same with the movies, to be honest. I've seen one film that came out in 2020, Bad Boys for Life. I haven't even seen that.
Oh, I've not even seen it.
Surprising.
No.
I really want to because I'm a big fan of it, but
Best,
that's the only one I recognise.
best TV show 2020 though. Tiger King.
Was that 2020?
Yeah,
No.
it was March, I think.
What? It was like a lockdown special.
So, yeah,
wasn't
it was like the beginning of lockdown. Yeah.
Oh man. As if, yeah, it's probably got to be. Well, no, I don't know. You see, because like everything we watch, like, hasn't been recorded during. I don't know. You know what I mean? I have to have a look now because I can't remember any new things. Because obviously the films that I'm saying, like Vikings, that was piss poor in my eyes in 2020.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai, I first started watching that in lockdown.
I think I did as well.
It came out a bit earlier, so in my eyes, probably Cobra Kai was a lifesaver. But
yeah, because I think I watched the first and second episode like the beginning of lockdown. So I think the second episode just came out. So I remember watching that. Have you seen Songbird? That Michael Bay film. It's like I don't know if it's in Prime Original, but I remember watching it on Prime. Me and Emily watched it like a couple of weeks ago. And it's pretty much about like it's COVID-23, I think, is what it's about.
All right.
So it's about the COVID-23 virus. So he made this film based on COVID-19.
All right.
So yeah, the ratings for it like it's got 10% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's 4.5 on IMDb though, and 27% Metacritic. But I like for like a movie to like pass the time and whatnot, I actually thought it wasn't that bad, to be honest with you. Like I'm not like a big movie critic kind of thing. I thought it was actually like, I thought it was quite entertaining to watch, to be honest. So yeah, it's just kind of just about this couple that's in LA in like the year 2023, and like the COVID's still going around, but there's this like the guy's he's immune to it, so he can still go about doing what he wants. Well, then every single day you've got to wake up and like do a facial scan. So it's kind of like a daily vaccine kind of thing. So you've got to wake up and do the facial scan, and it tells you if you like caught it or not. So like her auntie, is it, or like one of her relatives, like she wakes up one day and she's like positive for it, and then like she all just hits a fan kind of thing. It was all right, I think. You know, but I think most people are kicking off about it though. Like most of the bad reviews are because people were like, "Oh, he's taking light of a bad situation because of COVID-19, like COVID." But it's like it's so fun.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like it's a fucking Michael Bay film, like. Do you know what I mean? Like fucking hell.
It is what it is. I mean, speaking of that, a not so serious TV show that came out in 2017, but just released its third season, 2020, I believe. Future Man, as I think I was telling you about it the other week, last week, something.
Oh, no, I've not heard of it. No.
With right, so it's I think is it a Prime original? I don't know. It's the first time I've seen it, so it makes me think it isn't a Prime original, but it's on Prime. It's got Josh Futterman, is it? Out with Hunger Games.
Oh, it's I think on it.
I can't remember his second name. Was it
Hutchinson?
Hutchinson. Oh, he plays Josh Futterman. That's my that. Yeah, it's the same name. Josh Hutchinson. That guy, anyway, I didn't even know his name until I watched him in this, and I was like, oh, he's out of Hunger Games. It's got like quite a couple of people in it that are famous, like Seth Rogen's in it, which is unreal in the last season.
Yeah.
But it's the most stupidest TV show you'll ever watch.
Oh no, yeah, I've seen it advertised, and as soon as it said Seth Rogen, yeah, I can picture the cover. But no, I've not seen it. Yeah, but I remember seeing it advertised on Prime. Yeah.
It's like Seth Rogen's not in it till the third season, and by then, I mean, I think I might be right by saying it's the director said they'd already crossed so many lines by season 1 and season 2 that in season 3 they were going full light ahead, basically.
Yeah.
It's like stupid. There's a lot of nudity. It's just honestly, it's ridiculous. But I mean, it goes all the way from like, I think there's like they go through a portal and there's a dick transplant or some shit like that. Like he ends up with a gigantic penis, and it goes from that to like a chef snorting loads of drugs or some shit. I don't know. Like, the best way to explain it. It's so extreme. Well, that's what I'm into now. No, but it's about this guy who plays a video game that's sent from the future to like, and he ends up going to this portal. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. It wasn't meant to be serious in any sense. So it's.
I might have to watch that.
I'd definitely go.
Yeah,
it's it's 91% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I've just seen that, which is like it's got
that's insane.
Yeah, IMDb is 7.7, but it's normally the other way around, isn't it?
I wouldn't have rated it that high personally. So fuck knows who's
like
the Rotten Tomatoes critic.
Critics for all sorts of like mental law. Like I was listening to something before, watching something on YouTube about I obviously like to say like about video game ratings. Like if your video game doesn't get like an 8 out of 10, it's classed as shit. But previously, obviously like a 5 out of 10 is average, isn't it? Like a 5 out of 10 is still good, even for like a movie. 50% or like a 5 out of 10 on a movie is still classed as like average, still classed as good. Or I guess like you'd say a 6 out of 10 is good. But you think anything less than a 7, it's fucking shit. Do you know what I mean? So I think like the rating stuff for like films, for anything that gets a rating nowadays, it's so like skewed because anything less than 7, you think it's shit. Like I don't pay attention to ratings and all that stuff. But I think it's all. I think it is so like such a skewed thing because technically 5 out of 10 is still a good film or a good TV show. But if
it wouldn't stop me watching it. Like it would if it was a 3 or something.
Yeah, but if you see a 5 out of 10, you're like, it's fucking shit that.
Yeah, but this is what I don't get. I think being a critic's such a made up bullshit. Like,
it's
completely opinionated, and I guess that's how they don't advertise it as any different. But like, say there, I've looked at it, so 90% of Google users like this TV show, and that's on Future Man, and 91% of Rotten Tomatoes like it. But as far as I'm concerned, Rotten Tomatoes and these Google users are the exact same. They're both as qualified as each other.
Yeah.
Like, and did they go on movie critic skill where they can now criticise films better? Well, yeah, maybe, I don't know. But nonetheless, it doesn't change someone's opinion on it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't think, like, say, I wouldn't personally have rated that, but I think it'd probably be, if you're doing percentage, probably 60 or 70%. But that's my opinion.
Yeah.
and that's it. I wouldn't inflict that on anyone else. So I think, especially with Rotten Tomatoes, because I think when I've seen Rotten Tomatoes bang a 10% on, and I think that's just unfair.
Yeah,
and you're just bringing someone's movie down, really, aren't you?
But yeah, I think the rating for Cobra Kai, for Rotten Tomatoes is really high, which is like normally, like if it was anything else, they'd slate the fuck out of it and be like, "Oh no, it's just too cringy, it's just shit." But it's got a fucking 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. And normally they probably like if it wasn't Cobra Kai, just say if it was the exact same TV show, but it wasn't a Karate Kid sequel, it would be like a 1%.
Yes, so basically, if they knew that it wasn't going to take off, because they're not going to turn around and say it's a 40% when everyone's raving about it.
Yeah.
Because no one's like looking at Rotten Tomatoes and going, "Oh, it's going to stop me watching the Karate Kid."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that's the reason they've done that there, and that's why I don't like them. Do you know what I mean? I don't know them as people, but
yeah, no, it's fair enough. I don't I literally don't know anyone that goes on a site like that and goes, "Oh, it's got a 1 out of 10. I'm not going to watch it." Like if I'm going to watch something, I'm not going to look at reviews. Or if I do look at reviews and it is a 1 out of 10, I'm probably still going to watch it. Just myself.
What I don't like as well with the I don't like percentages. Like, so in Rotten Tomatoes, in their company, right, is there like, what, 5 people, 10 people, 1,000 people? And did the survey all of them?
Yeah, it's kind of just like, because same as IMDb, and like, they've got like the critics score off of that, and then the audience score. And normally, on some stuff, like the critics, I can't remember what TV show it was, but the critics rated something like proper low as fuck. Like maybe like 30% or something, like overall. And then, like, normal people voted at, like, 89%. It just shows how much, like, critics are just, like, wrong. Really.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean, to be fair, Cobra Kai there, the average tomato meter is 92. And the average audience score is 92, so it's like equal. But I think they've agreed not to go below that, because, I mean, to be fair, Cobra Kai Season 1 got 100%.
Yeah.
Looking on it there. And then Season 2 and Season 3 got 89, so which I agree with that, actually. I think that's fair. But yeah, it's fuck critics. I know it's only your job, but fuck you.
Yeah.
Because you know what annoys me working as a chef is that everyone's a critic. Anyone can download fucking... I've even forgot what it's called, that bullshit fucking thing.
TripAdvisor.
TripAdvisor, and Google do one now as well, and it's just like... You know what? I've been in a place, right, and I've actually heard this, right, where someone complained because they ordered a starter and they even admitted, "I don't know, I'll give that a try" when ordering it, and then they got it and they didn't like it, so they kicked off saying that the chef couldn't cook, and then they put a complaint on that night because we didn't give them a refund, and it's like, well, we're not going to give you a refund because of your opinion. You said you were going to try it, whether you like it or not. We still give you it.
Yeah.
And I just think that's where critics are to me. Like, why we don't need a critic. Just haven't, like, say when it's like Google users, it's fine really because it's just an opinionated, like, did like rate this place out of 5, and just leave it. I think when you start putting a paragraph, "Oh, this place wasn't down to my, preference," it's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
you have no idea about food. You don't know what it's like to work in a kitchen. You don't know what good food tastes like. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no, I hate it. So it's like obviously, I mean, I guess whatever it's your job, like obviously make a living. Like, big up to you. You get paid for watching movies or eating food. Like, I mean, who wouldn't want? Who wouldn't want that job? You get paid for fucking eating food and watching movies, right? But they're just such stuck up dickheads, aren't they? Really, like.
Yeah. I mean, South Park did that episode on it, didn't they? I think about TripAdvisor. They did a few episodes about. I don't know if you watch South Park. Actually,
I do it. I've not watched it in years, but I do.
I think they did a reference on the first South Park game. I think, pretty sure they did. So yeah, they did a full episode or a couple of episodes of where like Stan's dad finds out that TripAdvisor's a thing.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then it's like the whole town do it, and they just fucking go AWOL. And it basically takes over the town because they exaggerate it to prove a point.
Yeah.
And I think fucking hell, in that logic, I'd vote the people who made South Park, them two lads. I'd vote them to be the president of America because like it's just like they see stupidity, like we were talking about earlier, stupidity, and then they like amplify it. You know what I mean? So they're not offending anyone really. They're just trying to show you. Like there was a bit where I think I said this actually, where Caitlyn Jenner hit someone with a car.
Yeah.
So then they did a full season where in the background, just randomly, Caitlyn Jenner would fly by in a car and hit someone. And I just think, like, there you go. And if you get offended of it, like, what it actually happened, she committed a crime. You know what I mean? Just get over it.
Yeah,
like, they did an episode of O.J. Simpson and shit. So it's like, fucking, no one's safe.
Yeah,
no
what's I mean? Well, they get sued, like, all the times, apparently, for actually using, like, real life, like, celebrities' names. But apparently they just like don't give a fuck and they just pay the fines or whatever it is, and it's like, oh yeah, whatever.
Oh yeah. Well, they've
so...
got that disclaimer at the front door where any celebrity's name is not like any name is not anyone's name basically. So if they were to say Tom Cruise, it's not actually about Tom Cruise. It's just a guy in their thing called Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And I think it did save their asses for a bit, but did Tom Cruise? Or was it Kanye West?
It would have been one
Kanye
of
West
them. They're both fucked up, aren't they?
Oh no, yeah. Tom Cruise said, "Oh, if you call me Gail, so you." So then they did a full episode where Tom Cruise was trapped in a closet.
Oh, I think I've seen that one. So, it's so fucking good.
So
yeah, I love it.
They never once turned around and said that he was gay, but they said he was trapped in the closet.
That's like the day South Park turns PC is the day the Earth needs to get in the bin.
Well, it's getting there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think it's weighing itself out now. I think it was an incline, but now there's like even like if you go on TikTok, like my For You page on TikTok, which is like just recommended videos, and it's not because I follow anyone, because I don't. It's just full of people like men, like not men pages, because there's a lot of women doing it as well now, where women are actually standing up against like Nazi feminists, or you know, people just getting offended over stuff like you were saying about the spirit animal and stuff, and it's like. So now I think there is I think it's now becoming trending to fight these, like, people say far leftists, but I don't think putting a fucking political thing on it makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it's just deranged people. And we're just willing to get offended. Like, there's a Tom MacDonald song, he's a rapper, where he said, "We grew up on South Park, so how the fuck did we get offended?" And I just think, I mean, if you haven't heard that song, give it a listen.
That, yeah.
I've heard it, yeah. And it's just like, it's as fucking truthful as it goes. It's like, get over yourself.
I've heard that, yeah.
I didn't realise this got fucking 2 hours. Jesus Christ.
I know, yeah, we just chat over shit and it just... So, yeah, 2 hours... No, what? An hour 40 minutes in and, yeah, it's a flyby. So, no, when we did a 4-hour recording...
I know, because you get to this point, I'm only on my 3rd bottle of Stella, to be honest, and I'm feeling like, you know what, I'd go on the sesh. I could sit around the pub table right now and just, like, with you, and just chat shit with good music on in the background. But it's the same as when you go on a night out, isn't it? You sit around that table and, like, you think, oh, right, it's only, like, if you go day drinking, it's like, oh, it's 2 o'clock, there's plenty of the day to go. And then next thing you know, it's fucking 1 o'clock in the morning, you're hanging out your ass.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, that's the, it's better than it. I hate how fast time goes when you're on a night out when you're drinking.
When you're having fun.
Yeah.
Proper cliche.
Literally, it is so fucking annoying. Like, you're on a night out over a fucking mid-time, and you're looking like, oh, it's fucking night's going to end in about 10 minutes. Like, oh, fucking hell.
I know. And I get probably sick feeling about it because I start thinking, oh, it's going to end. I don't want it to end.
Oh, I'm exactly the same. I hate it when nights end. Like, because that's where, like, so I was, because it's a bit slow to kind of get into a night out, and it say like it doesn't get busy, say like 1 o'clock or whatever. That's when you put her in the floor. 1 o'clock's like 1:30 like a peak time, isn't it? Yeah, and from there, it's like only like another like an hour and a half to like you've only got another an hour and a half. It's like fucking. That's a club. That's a clubs anyway. But I can't wait till the pubs open. I'm game for like just 12-hour sessions in the pubs every day. When they open again.
Oh, as soon as we're out of lockdown, I'm coming down. We're going to do some work.
Oh, everyone,
get
all the lads to come to Liverpool, stay at mine, and then I'm just going to book like a week off work and just come up and get in the session for that full week.
Oh yeah, return the fit, like come back up in the week.
Yeah.
Well, I would have to bring the girls and that, so then Emily can fuck off and do one.
Yeah. Oh, I'm.
So you got girls go one way, boys go the other. Meet up on whatever.
It's like I'm so game. I just can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait a bit. Drink with the boys again.
Drink with the boys. Because that's our post-lockdown thing, and obviously, big trip to Norway and get on the session over there as well.
Oh yeah, eventually, maybe. Yeah.
I think next year it's going to be at least. But so, I can't remember what we were going to say. We're going to do now. Oh, Xbox Live is that we're going with? We're going with the Xbox situation.
All right, yeah. So this is even out of date from recording this. So by the time this comes out, this will be like a month out of date.
Rip.
But so
it's out of date. It's still like obviously a piss take thing.
yeah, it's not like because we're not exactly a news podcast. So I mean, if it's out of date, it doesn't really matter. No one see it for fucking the latest breaking news.
Yeah, we're not keeping them up to date with what's happening.
Yeah. So pretty much, yeah. Xbox Live Gold. Sometime a couple of weeks ago, I don't know. They announced on like all the social media and whatnot that they're going to double the price. That they double the price of it. So instead of being, is it 30, 40 quid a year, they then doubled it to 60 or 80 quid a year. So instead of like gradually doing it, like maybe increasing it a couple of quid a year, they just straight up was like, no, doubling it the full thing in the space of a day. They just double the full price of it all. And then a day later, because there was that much backlash, they reverted it all. But it's like literally that's got to be one of the worst marketing decisions in the fucking world, because obviously there's like a big thing with like Xbox Series X and PS5, like hardly anyone's got one still because there's that limited supply that people are still like battling for which one to get, and in the midst of all that, Xbox come out and say, "Oh yeah, we're doubling the price of Xbox Live Gold," and so it's like. That literally, people who would debate maybe on the edge of getting a Xbox or PlayStation, they're just going to be like, oh, I'm just going to get a fucking PlayStation now, fuck Xbox. It's like,
exactly.
So it's like how I don't get who the person was that literally was like, oh yeah, this is a good idea. We're going to piss off dedicated people that have been with Xbox for 20 fucking years, and we're also going to piss off new people that have just started Xbox, and we're also going to piss off people that haven't even bought an Xbox yet.
Yeah.
So what fucking marketing decision came up with that? I have no idea.
And there's no reason to it either, because all they do is sell shit.
Exactly. Well, there's clearly no big reason, because they reverted it the next day. The next day they put a post out, or maybe a couple of days later, saying, "Oh, we're sorry, we got our judgments wrong." Blah 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 blah. The typical corporate fucking post about how some shit like that. You know, the usual.
What do you mean? I don't get that. Like judgments, like and whatever, like that's a massive difference. That's not like an extra £10.
Yeah,
that's like
exactly. Like
even then, that's a bit much. But
like, is that if it? Yeah, maybe a tenner wouldn't be that bad, but literally doubling the price. But everyone's getting off, because the whole point was, because obviously there's Xbox Live Gold, Xbox Live Game Pass, and then Xbox Ultimate. The whole point was to force everyone to buy Xbox Live Ultimate, because there were that much, because when the price doubled, they were that much closer in price that they were trying to force Xbox Live Ultimate onto everybody.
Yeah, which doesn't work at all, because I had Xbox Game Pass for a bit, and I don't even use it, so there's no point. And I just think, like, what the fuck, like why make someone buy that if they've got their games? Because you got to think games cost like what, 50 quid now in this like next gen consoles and that shit. They're all about 50 plus, right? So you're paying that per game, and don't get me wrong, Xbox Game Pass was fun at first. Like there is good games on there.
Quite a lot of people do it. I mean, they've released a full console out of disc tray, didn't they? Which is like the purpose of that was for people to buy and choose Game Pass. Which fair enough. That's the future. Like not many people buy discs anymore, but to do it then it's just fucking ridiculous. But I guess now the worst thing is do you know what's just say like Warzone and Fortnite? So like the two biggest games going, and they're free to play, right? PC, PlayStation, you don't need to spend £120 a year, like £60, £120 a year to play them. So, but now, because they said they double, that was what it was. So they double the price from $60 to $120 a year. So to play, just say if you want to play Fortnite or Call of Duty, just say that's the only game you've got on your Xbox. You have to spend $120 a year just to play it. And it's like,
it's ridiculous.
It's fucking ridiculous. Absolutely,
it makes no sense at all. And like you said, so if you're going to go with the times, PC is pretty much taken over. Like everyone knew it was going to. There's still some dedicated console players, because PCs are a bit Like, they're uncomfortable in a sense, like your seating, like you can get good seats, but then you're spending more money, and
yeah,
you want to
I
sit
think,
on
I
your
think
couch
it's
and
just
play on your console.
the price point, and it seems it's a bit overwhelming for non-PC players, isn't it? Like,
yeah, because you always get like there's them
understandable.
arguments on like forums where it's like, oh well, yeah, of course your £3,000 PC is going to be more better performing than my console, but it's like my £400-500 console, but it's like I spent £900 on mine, so yeah, I spent double yours, but my PC will outlive your console, and like you know what I mean. But obviously it is a big number to look at, and yeah, my PC's only £900. It's not like some people I know are spending nearly £2,000 on theirs.
Yeah.
And theirs will be obviously miles better. You just pay for what you get with the PC, which is what I like. Where with a console you're a bit restricted.
Yeah.
That's a different conversation in general. My point is like, and then you're gonna bang on the £120 to play it. So then that would be like online. So that's like what £600+ quid.
Yeah.
For just a console that's limited to whatever, say, Microsoft or Sony will let you play.
Yeah. I mean, I think the good thing about his PC is the games are so much cheaper as well.
Especially with the sites and that.
Like, well, yeah, I guess, but then dodgy sites as well, you can get games at half the price. But I mean, generally, most companies have like the games a lot cheaper than they would on console. So to say a normal game on console, maybe like what £50 now, say. On PC, it'd be like 30, 35, 40, 45 quid. Anywhere between the 30 to 45 quid range, but it's still cheaper than the console.
And there's always mint offers, isn't there?
Yeah,
so,
plus,
like,
and then a month later, like it was like loads of Ubisoft games. A month later, they go fucking half price. So
yeah. Or like Steam is unreal for its like deals, and so like the only game I paid £40 for Modern Warfare, and I paid the full price for Valhalla Assassin's Creed. But the rest, like say FIFA, half price, so I got that for £20.
Yeah, same.
And then like major games that I play, which are so like because they're not formatted for consoles yet. You got like obviously Counter-Strike, an old one, like that's just old.
Yeah.
So that's not going to cost anything. But then you have like say we've been playing a lot of Hell Let Loose or a lot of Insurgency, which only costs £15. That's a good quality game.
Yeah.
I would say it's like. Not as graphically compared, but his gameplay is qualified.
I say like Hell Let Loose something as well. I'd say like.
Oh no, yeah, Hell Let Loose, yeah.
But
I mean, like because Modern Warfare's like got like COD's got smaller maps on it, and
yeah,
it's, like,
but I mean, I've got like 10 times more hours in a game I spent fuck all on than. Well, it's like say when me and you I told you to get City Skyline, or even free games. It seemed like I literally bought a City Skyline for £1. And I spent like so many hours on that compared to a game that you normally spend like £50 on, or like a console.
Yeah.
But there's loads of guys like PC's really good for that because like every now and then they'd be like Steam would be like, oh, here's this game you can get it for free for the next 24 hours and you keep it free forever, and it's only worth like 30, 40, 50 quid. That's like fine, like nice one. I mean, obviously it's not going to be a brand new game, but saying that Epic Games did it with Troy Total War. They were like, yeah, he's a full £40 game for free if you get it within the first 24 hours. That fucking sound not like that.
And you got
you don't get that.
You got Battlefront 2 as well, which I think still costs about £30, doesn't it?
Yeah, something like that probably. Yeah.
So or was that? Oh, it was something else, wasn't it? Was that Ubisoft? Oh, it's EA, isn't it?
Battlefront 2 is yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I mean. Though you get these offers, and I mean they kind of do advertise them on like Xbox do their free game of the month and stuff, or with gold.
Yeah, that's the worst thing as well. Yeah,
do it now.
More about the Xbox stuff. The free games of gold have been shit for the past couple of years, and then you look at the PlayStation Plus games. The PlayStation Plus games are so much better than the Xbox Live Gold games.
Yeah, and it's because right, and this is the truth, isn't it? Really, like, you got proof with like Microsoft buying up Bethesda. Is that like Microsoft are this big beefy bully of a company, which is not me slating them. I'm just saying they've got the money, they've got like the support. They'll never lose their diehard fans, the same as Sony won't. But they're just a massive company that they can just get and do what they want. Where Sony seems to be constantly trying to impress people.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, "Oh, look, have this." And I think Sony. I mean, to be fair, now I would say they've got better. What you call it, like limited release games, like
especially the past few years, they've 10 times better like exclusive games than Xbox.
Well, now with Microsoft, you've got they've always going to have Halo and Gears of War. Like me personally, diehard fan of both of them. I'll never give them up. Even when they bring out the fucking 30th
but
game,
I guess,
it's absolutely shite.
I guess the thing with that Xbox stuff now is that there's no point getting an Xbox if you have a PC, because every single Xbox game that's going to come out now, well, most of them is going to be available on PC.
Well, yeah, because you've spent like what, £80 on Windows 10.
Well, because you can get it because obviously Xbox Ultimate is part of the Windows Store on PC now, isn't it? So they've integrated that, and you can get a lot more Windows Xbox games on like PC than you previously could. So if you've got a PC, there's literally no point in getting an Xbox, to be honest.
Yeah, because you probably play it better than the fucking
Exactly. So you
console
can play all the Xbox games on your console, and then just get a PlayStation for the exclusives. Is what I'm going to do eventually, if I ever do. But I mean, I really want to play the PlayStation exclusives, but at the moment, I've not played a game on my console in fucking ages. And my PC's served me happily, like 10 times better games. So
you see, I'm 100% agree with that. I'd rather fucking sit on a £15 game like Rust, and I'd put 100 hours in without even blinking. Yeah. Like on the console. You see a lot of games that are on the console, well, pretty much all of games that are on console are on PC as well. So there's no difference in that sense. So literally in my eyes, there's no... I'd recommend if anyone has the money to get a PC, but like you say, it's daunting. It's not that easy. And it's just,
I mean, especially recently with especially with COVID and stuff, the markets are buying stuff, like the price of everything's like skyrocketed loads. Like
I know,
like,
man, it's crazy. Like,
some graphics cards like doubled in prices and stuff like.
Yeah. So people who even like, so you'd obviously save a couple of £100 if you built your own PC. But now I'm like listening to people who are building their own PC and still having to spend like a ridiculous amount because of just a high demand in parts.
Yeah. But I mean, it's one of the same. I guess the same with consoles, right? Like you can't actually buy a like Xbox Series X or PS5 for like the default market price because scalpers just get them straight away and double the price.
Oh, they're fucking nightmares. Them,
so it's but I don't remember it being such a big thing. The last consoles though. Unless, because I think it was because I just cared about it. I didn't care about it. I'm not sure.
No, I think I remember hearing about it, but yeah, it definitely wasn't this big. But I think it is only this big because you remember, like, when we first went to lockdown, like, the first thing, like, my partner said is she wants a Switch.
Yeah.
So we had to try for 3 months to get a Switch, but Nintendo released a thing that said the companies now stopped making them.
Yeah, I think that's,
just while we're in lockdown.
I think that's the thing, is the manufacturing slowed down a lot. Because, well, yeah, me and Emily didn't get a Switch till, I don't know, like, what month was it? September, maybe? We didn't get a Switch till maybe. And I played it for like a couple of weeks straight, bashing on Pokemon, and I literally haven't touched it since. Emily just plays on.
I tried a bit of that Animal Crossing earlier, like. I think I've been on it twice since we got it. Well, Just Dance is definitely a lifesaver.
But yeah, I need to go on it again. Like, I do love some of the stuff in it, but I mean, I'd just rather just play the games on my PC, to be honest. So.
Connect it to your PC, just slap the HDMI in.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean the
actual games.
Yeah.
I need to get like Zelda and stuff on it, like games that I grew up with, like like you got Pokemon, didn't you? Which I didn't get because it was mainly for my partner, so I didn't really get anything for me. So I missed out on quite a few games. So you said you smashed Pokemon in, didn't you?
Yeah, we bought Pokemon, Animal Crossing, and then well, that was it really to begin with. So yeah, I let you boss Pokemon for like all week. Let you play that like 12 hours a day. I boss the fuck up with that. I mean, I didn't play a Pokemon game in like 10 years or something. Like I'd be obsessed with it as a kid. It used to be my favourite thing in the world, like obsessed with it. And then I didn't touch it in like 10 years, and I played like the new Pokemon. I was like, oh my god, I'm in love again. I feel like a little kid again playing it. It's still nowhere near as good as the old one. I think it's not going to be because of the nostalgia, really, is it? But,
no, I mean, it all looks different, really.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still good. I still loved it. But, yeah, and then Emily's just been absolutely like living on Animal Crossing. But it's obviously it's like a big like Nintendo game. It's a massive, fucking huge. Like when it came out, was it February? It came out. Or March or May, I can't remember. Sometime in lockdown, absolutely huge. It was like trending on social media every single day. Everyone was talking about 24/7 for like months. Absolutely huge. And then it kind of died off a bit, but everyone was still keep playing it. But when I was trying to play it, I was watching Emily play it. I was like, it's just like a slow version and a shitty graphic version of a survival game you get on PC.
Oh yeah.
And I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
but I was like, oh, but I guess it's just like it's more of like a girl chiller game than like a normal action game kind of thing. Which obviously like, there's shitloads of games. Like, I'm not saying I'm not saying it's a girl game. Like
Whoa.
do you know what I mean? But it's more of like a chill game and stuff. But I'm like, oh, I'd rather like it's because it takes so long just to do anything. So it's kind of like a free to play game where you do this thing and you've got to wait ages for it to get built or.
Yeah, you have to wait like 3 full days.
That's what I mean. You've got to real wait like real life time, but you also can't buy to speed it up like you can in free to play games. So it's like even worse, technically even worse than a fucking free to play game because you can't even speed it up. And then it's like, oh my god, I don't have the patience. I'd rather play like a proper survival game on PC and like do that. But I just don't have the patience for it. I don't think.
I've heard there's some detail to it.
Oh, there
that
is.
I haven't yet to explore.
You can do fucking all sorts on it. It is a like epic game and like obviously so loads. It is a big massive thing, but personally, I don't have the patience for it.
Well, I remember like the first one. Like I had a Nintendo, like a normal one, and when I got with Sarah, like she ordered the first one because she loved it.
Yeah.
To play on my Nintendo, so I was like, all right, no worries. And I give it a go, right? And it must have been 10 o'clock. I was laid in bed or something. 11 o'clock. I was just laid in bed with and that. So I'll have a quick go on it. It's pitch black on the game because it's night time. It picks up on your GPS time.
Yeah.
And then it said, "Oh yeah, you can't do anything because all shops are closed at past 11 o'clock."
Shit, that it.
You're like, what the fuck? So you want me like, what if I work like all day? Like I can't play it. I just can't play the game.
Yeah, that's sort of shit. It.
It's like I get the realism, and like Sarah's like, "Oh well, what if it's like just to prevent kids like playing it like when they're not supposed to?" It's like, what do you mean when they're not fucking supposed to? I was laying under my quilt with a Game Boy Color.
Oh yeah.
Like playing fucking, I think it was Sabrina the Teenage Witch at one point. Like I had all sorts on it, and I was just under the quilt, and my mum would come in like, "You better not be up." I'm like, turn the brightness down.
Yeah,
no, I don't.
Well, I used to love playing Pokemon till like God knows what time in the morning. When I was like looking absolutely bossing like Pokemon Leaf Green and Fire Red and that. Absolutely, trying to capture legendary Pokemon and stuff.
That's crazy how far we've came on consoles from a little. Because I mean, like I remember, like my sister had the Super Nintendo. I think it was. So we had like Sonic in that, like in her bedroom, and then she had the Game Boy Color with that big purple thing.
Yeah.
And then I think I got someone got me the little fucking Game Boy. Was it Game Boy Advance?
Yeah.
The little square.
Yeah, that's Game Boy Advance SP.
That was unreal. That. Yeah, I love that, man. That was
yeah, that was mint.
Yeah, and good to go from there to sitting on a PC now. That obviously I say it cost me £900. I think it should have really cost me £1,000, but it's fucking. You're playing some games like Hell Let Loose, and you're leaving with like a level of PTSD.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Where have we came? Like, how have we came from sitting in our bed playing Pokemon to this?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Right, okay, so yeah, we'll move on. So I guess
#we move.
So I guess finish the podcast. So I heard this on another podcast, just to kind of not rip not rip them off, but I mean it's a normal. I said it's not normal. It's like a fucked up would you rather question, but it's kind of just it's been a bit of a normal. So it's not ripping off, but I just heard it on podcast. So give me the idea for it, right? So it's it's so fucked up to say.
You're building the tension though, so you've been dying to ask me this.
It's so fucked up to say, right? So would you rather fuck your girlfriend?
Wow.
Right?
This is a starting
right?
strong.
But it's your dad's head.
What the fuck?
Right? Or would you rather fuck your dad's body and your girlfriend's head?
Oh, I'm glad that you said this is off someone else, because I think I'd stop being friends with you. This is like a level of...
Oh, it's so fucked up, but I was like, I need to ask you this.
I always thought that. Well, it's going to be my lass's body, innit, really? I just smother his head in the pillow.
Yeah, I think that's like the logical... That's the logical
What I want to know, right, is how fucked. Well, no, what I want to know is now what you've got left stuck in my brain is an image of my dad's head
What do you go for?
on my lass's naked body. Yeah, like that's just fucked
like some
that.
fucked up like deep fake shit.
It's like something off the forest, that bit. Like.
Oh fucking hell!
Oh god, you fucking. Oh, that's rank. I wouldn't say it was hard though. It was just messed up. You're just weird.
Yeah, it's yeah. I didn't say it's just sort of a mad one that I heard. But yeah, I think I think I'm probably the same boat. Like yeah, but when I was listening to the podcast I heard from, where they were saying like, but if it's like your girlfriend's, you could just look at your girlfriend's face then, and just not like, would that be better than the body? Or like,
I imagine my dad's got a very hairy asshole. And I just don't think that's
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just like look at all the hair and shit. It's like that. No.
There's a very big difference to my lass's body and my dad. Well, I hope there is. I've never seen my dad's body, but I fucking hope there is. Otherwise, they say never date someone like your mum. No, but I've done the opposite.
Yeah, he's never seen your dad's body because you've never seen him before.
I watched someone on TikTok. I want to say, I can't remember what it is. It's like, would you rather sit on a cake and eat dick, or sit on a dick and eat cake?
Would you rather what?
Sit on a cake and eat dick, or sit on a dick and eat cake? So I'm guessing you're naked and like you're
right, okay, yeah.
On the phone.
Oh, that's an hard one. That
Well, I hope it isn't.
No, because like
you're not hard over it.
I'd rather not do either, obviously. But I'd probably say I'd rather eat the cake.
So you know what? There isn't a winning answer to this. But I'm going to clarify what you're saying. So you'd rather sit on a dick and eat cake?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. Like,
yeah, of course. I mean, at least you got to taste some. All right, then. But to the type of cake it is, it's like a cream pie cake. Is it?
Yeah. I'm a good chef. Right? I'm a good baker, but none of my cakes are worth fucking a dick up the arse. So.
Yeah, no, but I'm not gonna. I don't want to taste the dick.
That's the thing. It's like a non-win situation.
Yeah, but then you're sitting on a cake and you're just wasting that bit of a cake. And they put the cakes up your arse then anyway. You just got like.
Yeah, but my point would only be is that nothing's getting stretched. Like you've got a big gob anyway, so like it wouldn't be fine.
Yeah, but
I've seen the pain that causes, and I won't mush that on myself. Unless you've experienced it already.
Maybe.
You've gone really quiet now. What's going on, Josh? Have you already sat on a dick and ate cake? Have you done this before?
I mean, maybe. It was at someone's wedding, alright. It was a wedding cake. What?
Oh, great! So we finally make some numbers right, and then a porno will come out with you, like, Povey sleeps with the bride and groom.
That's already a porno. It was fucking Johnny Silverhands and
Johnny Silverhands.
What's he called? The fact that Johnny guy was like every guy.
Yeah, the fucking doctor, the policeman, the fucking.
Yeah.
The
Plumber guy, whatever he is. Yeah.
He's fucking everything. I think he's an astronaut on one of them.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Alright. Well, that ends that on a rough note, really. Doesn't it?
Is there any more bad ones?
Oh well.
They were saying that there were some pretty bad ones last week as well.
You could change that one round. Like, would you rather sleep with your girlfriend with your dad's head, or sleep with your girlfriend with your dad's penis? But I guess that makes more sense, doesn't it? This is quite obvious.
Would you rather what? Sleep with your girlfriend's body but with a dick?
Your girlfriend's body with your dad's head, so vagina.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Or your girlfriend's head but your dad's dick. That's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing, isn't it? I've just said it a bit more crude.
Well, no.
don't know where I was
because previously it was your girlfriend's body, your dad's head, but you mix it up with your girlfriend's body. Yeah, all right, yeah. Well, yeah. So it's just I don't. Yeah. Right, but just say, what if I had to do oral? Would you choose the body or the head?
So what I'm getting with you, right, is that you prefer putting a penis in your bum than your mouth, which I was very surprised.
No.
That's what I'm getting.
To be honest, if it was either... Well, yeah, 'cause if it was either my mouth or my arsehole, right, I would rather choose my arsehole, I think.
What?
Yeah. I don't want to...
Can I just point out for anyone, if this goes in, right, Josh has got no backside at all. He's like flat.
No, right, but
he's feeling every bit.
But if you've seen how minging dicks are, though, like, would you want a nice cheesy dick in your mouth rather than your ass?
Cheesy?
Like you can't taste it if it's your ass.
I think it probably would. It probably would come at the back of my throat. Yeah.
Have a couple of poppers, a bit of lube. I mean,
oh no.
I'd rather that than in my mouth.
Yeah, I'm not being funny, right? Yeah, dicks are gross, but vaginas are worse, and we still go and do that happily.
Nah, dicks.
They look like little fucking sea
yeah,
creatures.
but dicks are so much worse though.
Right, have you ever had a bead and went down on a woman?
No, because I've never had a bead.
Like, you come out like dripping, like as if you just put a face down.
Yeah, no, I mean I've had that before. Where you just like slap me as a fucking all sorts. Slap me as a sea monster, but I mean.
So I always say to my lads, is that, well, at least a dick's discreet. You know what I mean? It's like it keeps clean.
It's discreet.
Just in one place.
How is a dick discreet when it fucking moves?
Like it's in one hole. It doesn't get out. But when you go down on a woman, it's like all over your face.
Oh right, okay, yeah. Makes sense, yeah.
I'm not. By the way, I haven't answered. I'm not saying I would personally prefer a penis in the mouth, but it was like an extremely surprising short amount of time for you to decide. You know what? The ass is better than the mouth. Like it was just like that, right to the head.
Well, I think so. Yeah, just a dick in my mouth, just in that. What's yours then? Oh.
Realistically, I don't.
Oh, go on, you have to answer now.
Yeah, but I've been thinking about this whole time because I was listening to you more as like a reason of why I was thinking more about it, because I was going towards the fact I didn't want to dick up my ass, like that's it and all. But then again, I've seen my lass and I know she's up to freaky shit, so I think that's going to happen anyway. So
exactly.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe it is more gay to look at it, isn't it? I don't know.
You can't say gay.
To be honest,
that's cultural appropriation.
Bleep that out.
Yeah, but
it's
yeah,
not,
just
FYI,
we're not trying to offend any people that do like dick. You know.
Yeah, but being gay is a thing.
Yeah,
on a level of being gay, that what I said made sense. That's not homophobic.
Whatever floats your boat, you know what it is.
Yeah, I've got family that are gay. Don't be like that. I mean, to be fair, that's what they hate the most when people go, "Oh, I've got a friend who's black."
Yeah, I'm racist, but I've got a friend who's black.
Yeah, I can't be racist.
I can't be racist.
Can't be homophobic.
I've got 0.1.
I can't be homophobic. Absolutely. No, yeah. So anyway, any answers to that? I think people should jump down if they can. If you're on YouTube, drop a comment.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that's just for our comment box.
Just give us a message on the socials.
Yeah, if you can do a voice message, we'll do a fucking answer.
Oh yeah,
we
need some voice stuff.
That'd be sick.
So we can
We'll put it on the next episode. Answers for our last Would You Rathers. That's sick. That's a really fucked up way to end every episode.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess we can. It always seems to be around the spot. This is about 2 hours and 10, 15 minutes or whatever. I could probably still keep going for another 2 hours and make it another 4 podcast, but we'll call it there. I think and keep it.
Keep it more.
Yeah, try and keep it more low key, lighthearted. But that went out the window the first 10 minutes in.
Yeah, the first hour was rough, man.
Yeah, but this is what you're here for. You're here for the raw shit.
You're here for the yeah. This is what you walk into a local pub and
exactly. This is what you're here for.
You've got the guy who has helped managing pubs, and then you've got the guy who helped manage the income going into pubs because he lived most of his uni.
Spent literally all of his shitload in pubs. So yeah. They owe me some fucking tax back off there.
Yeah, I'm sure you're a shareholder or something.
I fucking better be.
Oh, watch out. They might stop you.
I should own like 99% of spoons. They might have shown my dark fruits I fucking drank in uni. In spoons.
Mate, we've got a picture of you in our back at the Kings.
You got a picture of me in the back? What?
Yeah, we've got a picture in the back, employee of the month.
Spender of the month. Yeah, it's only costing the Kings. It's like triple the price of any other pub.
Whoa.
But
that's culture appropriation.
Yeah, I still used to go there every time I come up. Spoons, £2 a pint. Nowadays, got the Kings, $4.50 a pint. But you know.
Yeah, I show up like, come to the Kings, I got 30% discount, and when you take discount off, it's still more expensive than the Spoons.
But I mean, you pay for the. I guess you pay for like the atmosphere though, don't you? In the actual pub.
You pay for me. That's what you pay.
Exactly.
For.
Well, we say that, but me,
my sexy about
Pat and Nick ends up paying for half the bill anyway, so that's what it is.
Hey, piss the full fucking bill. So you're like, oh, Nick, you only owes a tenner. You've had 2 pints. Bam's out 50 quid. There you go.
Yeah, you know.
And then he pays for the taxi to take us all to Empire, including him.
Oh, gotta love Pat and Nick. We'll have a full podcast. Yeah. Pat and Nick. He'll be on.
We'll have to do a video podcast.
We'll have to do one when obviously COVID. I think we said this before. COVID's over. We'll go on my dad's little music session crib, and get smashed and do a podcast, and then we'll do like a 5-hour podcast and only about 10 minutes of it going because it'll be too not safe for anyone.
If you've listened to this and thought, fucking hell, like it's gonna get worse.
Oh yeah.
But you know, fuck it, full cancel culture.
Yeah, in the bin. But yeah, Saturdays, we'll end it there. Don't forget to follow our social media as always. We need to get them, get the followers up. Obviously, messages as well on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Let us know if you've even got this far. Shout out to all the people that have messages recently about listening to the podcast and whatnot. It keeps us motivated, I guess. Definitely keeps me motivated. Getting like the random message the other day saying, "Oh yeah, listen to your podcast, I really enjoy it," kind of thing. Especially when you think like not getting that many listeners or whatever, but then you get the odd message from someone. It definitely keeps you motivated.
Yeah, because you'd rather few listeners that actually listen than loads of listeners that don't.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
I think that's what we've got, and we will be going on TikTok in the following.
I won't be. Connor will be. Connor will be.
Because I'm TikTok.
I'm too much of a boomer for that shit.
No, I don't like TikTok, but as soon as Donald Trump said he didn't like it, I thought, well, you know what, I'm gonna have to love it.
But yeah, you get the easy views on that. You get like 300 views just to put on like fucking.
Whoa, what are you trying to say? Yeah, but we're gonna do the snippets because I think we appreciate that 2.18 hours, 2 hours and 18 minutes.
Yeah, I mean we will do it on like YouTube one. Cause I mean, loads of other podcasts. That's like the thing at the moment. Like podcasts, obviously they upload to Spotify like we do and all of the sites. And then on the YouTube, they split it down and do like 10-minute segments of like the funny bits or whatever, or like the clickbaity shit. But obviously with us, we don't really have the time to do that. But we'll try and get lads on like you say like 30 seconds to a minute snippet out maybe on our socials.
Yeah, I mean I'll do one full episode tomorrow, so I'll have loads of clips hopefully because that's our first episode. Very embarrassing, very nervous, and I think now we've just came very comfortable.
Listen,
we don't care.
Like 6 episodes later, we're on first episode was like first time, and I was just like, don't give us fucking shit.
I feel like we watched that video back, like, listen to it back. It's gonna sound like we were like prepubescent teens.
Yeah, it was only
first time.
Yeah, legit.
And now we're like men. No, we're manly men. We're SpongeBob and Patrick.
Yeah, legit. We always do the world's longest outros.
Oh, and intros.
But yeah, happy days. Got there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in a bit.
Bye.